Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to the Council of Geniuses episode number
30.
30. It's Christmas season.
So that means a season of giving. That means a season of giving. And I will give you guys a perfect gift. I thought I was talking pretty loud.
You're not.
My gift to you guys is if you comment on this episode
Oh,
right now.
bro, someone commented to write on your forehead.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. I swear to God. I swear to God. This is gonna be live, and we're gonna do it live.
Hold up,
Fuck
hold
it,
up.
we'll do it live. Where's that from?
Subscriptions, which you guys should also be subscribed to the Council of Geniuses podcast.
You're not talking loud enough, bro.
I am talking super flippin' loud, bro. Okay. Dorito, and my name is Barcelona FC. Who the fuck is this?
I don't know. It's the Parabola guy. Shout out Nines. Shout out Nines for commenting. I don't think your name is Barcelona FC, but we'll participate. Abel, we'll get a pen.
Fuck.
Oh, go back in. Shout out Nines for commenting. The comment is here. And it was FC Barcelona? That was his name, his government name, which I do not doubt that's his name actually.
Are you proud? Are you happy?
Barcelona FC. There we go. It was Barcelona FC. All right.
Okay, so we need to check because this is with this pen and this is with that pen. I think this pen's better.
All right.
Try it on my hand.
I'll try on your forehead.
Don't put it too high. Put it like above my eyebrows,
I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
bro. Make sure. Wait, actually check the beat to make sure it's like reverse and shit. It's gonna be reversed, no?
No, it's not. It's reversed here, but when I save it,
Oh,
it flips
okay,
back.
okay, okay. You're good then. Yeah,
Yeah, I am good. This isn't right on your forehead.
my forehead's too smooth, bro.
You might have to get a Sharpie from the show.
Bro, a sharpie, bro.
Yeah, this isn't right, dog.
Fuck.
You have to
Okay.
get a Sharpie.
Fuck. Fuck you. Try to write it like not too big, bro.
All right,
Because then you're gonna run out of space, bro.
your
You
forehead.
gotta check which one you prefer. There's two
Fine.
different tips.
The fun side, the small one.
Okay.
I don't think you want me to use the broad side.
Yeah, okay, so this is alright. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I don't think I will run out of space, bro.
What the fuck? Who's that? Oh, it's Maurice. I thought he was inside. No, it's Luke.
I don't think I will run out of space on your head, bro.
Fuck you.
All right, turn this way. Also, bro, now that I got you here, my girlfriend commented I like Michael Jackson that one time,
Mhm.
so you owe her $5.
That's for real?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, was it Barcelona? It was Barcelona FC, huh?
Yeah.
I almost messed it up.
You almost wrote Michael Jackson.
I almost roll FC Barcelona.
Uh,
I read pretty neat, bro.
she's like the artist.
And you're an autist, bro.
That's crazy, Nigel. I'm acoustic.
I wonder where that came from.
I think it just sounds similar.
Yeah, but like it caught on.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of hard to tell because of the lighting in his shiny forehead. But that says Barcelona FC.
Are you proud?
Me?
No, yeah. Are you proud?
I'm not of you.
Uh,
Proud of our really cool fan base. Shout out Nines again for doing that.
why would you do that?
All right, so you were saying you got a gift for him?
Ah, I sat on the fucking bar. I was gonna give you this, but since that happened, you guys are no longer getting cookies.
Oh, I think it's worth it. I want to scroll it,
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm just gonna cut off.
the bench. Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the Christmas special just because of timing, right? Today would probably be what the like 20th for the day comes out.
Yeah.
It'd be the 20th. So just because of timing, it's the Christmas special. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. If not,
Happy Hanukkah.
fuck you.
Oh, that was kind of crazy. Um. Also, tell us
Not
what you got
literally,
for
not literally.
what do you want for Christmas? Put it in the comments, and we may or may not get it for you.
Yeah, leave your Christmas wishes in the comments, and we may or may not get it for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. What we'll say. What do you say? Your Christmas wishes.
Mm, I don't really want anything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I got, damn, I don't know, I would be pretty happy with anything. Except for like if Santa Claus came himself, because I fucking hate Santa Claus. But if
What?
I don't like Santa Claus,
Why not?
I don't know, it just looks kind of weird. And also, I had a nightmare of him when I was younger that he was chasing me, like in the backyard of my old house,
Uh.
and I was screaming, and I literally, it lasted for like way too long. Like you know how dreams usually pass by really quick.
Yeah.
That shit did not pass by quick at all. That shit lasted way too long, and I remember waking
Sounds
up
kind of
and
vivid.
yeah, I remember waking up and fucking crying, bro. That
You
shit
know how
was
old you were?
bad. I don't remember how old that was, but it was in my old house, so it was at least a couple years ago. At least.
It was like 4 years ago.
It could have been 4 years ago, but it was bad, bro. I remember fucking chasing me, and
Uh-huh.
I think he had a knife or something, and I was like screaming at the top of my lungs, like, "Oh shit! Oh my God!" And yeah,
I don't
fucking
think I ever had any dreams like that, bro.
like scary dreams.
Nah, I haven't.
You never woken up scared from a dream?
Not scared of like that. I've woken up scared sometimes that like I'm gonna be a dad. I've had dreams where like I'm gonna be a dad,
Hmm.
right? But I remember I had this one dream, bro. And it was me and some girl, and it was a couple years ago.
Hmm.
So just a girl, that I knew at the time. Um, and for some reason, it was like World War III. So like the world was finna end, bro. Like, like we were in LA, and she was pregnant.
Oh.
And I remember like it was like an action movie, bro. Like we had to try to escape LA, like me and her being pregnant.
Yeah.
And we were like have to like jump like across like fucking like wrecked buildings, and there was like fire
Damn.
and
Sounds like a pretty
like
cool dream.
rubble and shit. Yeah, it was pretty cool, but I woke up scared that I was gonna be a father. Not I wasn't scared about war or scared about like getting hurt. I was like, fuck, I'm
Fuck.
gonna be a dad.
Dang it, bro.
But I was probably like 16,
Mm.
like 17.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, I was in high school.
Yeah.
I was in high school. Um, but yeah, and I've talked about this before. Where I've had dreams where I get shot,
Mm. Oh yeah, me too.
and I wake up and I kind of feel it. I'm like, oh, it kind of hurts.
I have one dream where I got shot, and it was fucking retarded. I can't say that word.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It was fucking
You're
cool.
you're qualified to say.
Yeah, yeah. I'm allowed.
Yeah, he has the pass.
Yeah, the retard pass. I got shot in the leg, like right in the beginning of the dream,
Uh-huh.
and I just went through the whole dream just like that. Like I would go, my dreams are always so random, and I would go like somebody's house and I'd be like, "Oh look, I got shot in the leg by the way," and it'd be like a whole there.
Just a regular conversation. You're like, oh, by the way, I got shot.
Yeah, like that was weird. And I don't know, my dreams are always so weird. I think I mentioned some of them before, about
Uh-huh.
like the Walmart shit.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, yeah,
I've also had a dream where I was driving by, I remember Jackson,
yeah.
and a nuke went off. I saw it like go in the air and land,
Uh-huh.
and my whole vision went black, and I felt like I died, and I was like being thrown in the air while I was dead.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was kind of, I was
Like a
like,
cool sensation.
yeah, it was like weird. It was like,
Yeah,
I woke up like, the fuck just happened?
yeah.
And then I have, my favorite type of dreams are like playing soccer in a stadium, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, those are fucking cool. I think I had one recently. It was a USA team. I
Uh-huh.
didn't score, but I almost scored. It's cool. It was
Not even in your
cool.
dreams, bro. Not even in your dreams, you're
It,
good,
it was
bro.
cool. It was cool. I think I
Damn, I
scored in a
almost
different dream.
scored though.
I scored in a different dream, but not in this one.
I had a dream and I was just sitting on the bench, but man, I was there. Oh, it's kind of
It was
sad,
cool.
man.
Ambience. It was nice though.
Ambiance.
Just that's how you pronounce.
Ambience is, I don't think that's how you say it.
Ambien is a drug. Don't do
Ambient,
drugs.
yeah. Don't do drugs unless they're prescribed to you.
Yeah, and don't abuse them.
Yeah, use
Don't
them.
abuse your wives either.
Don't abuse anyone.
Yeah, unless it's like in self-defense.
That's not abuse.
I mean,
Self-defense
oh
isn't
yeah,
abuse, bro.
that's true. Don't abuse alcohol. Don't abuse um migrants, workers.
Yeah.
So let's stay on the right track, guys. Come on.
All right, man. But when you were talking about your dream about getting shot,
Oh
and
yeah.
you just lived the whole dream like that, that reminded me of some weird guy I knew in high school. He was in my physiology class. His name was Joseph, actually. It's a common name. His name was Joseph, and I remember we were talking about like pain receptors up in class,
Yeah.
and he was he kept telling the class stories about how he doesn't feel pain because he has like a nerve thing.
Nerve condition.
Yeah. And at first I'm like, okay, like I kind of see it, like, or
Yeah,
maybe he just feels pain less and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But he was saying stuff like one time I was out for a run and I got shot in the leg and I didn't notice until I just kept running and someone was like, "Yo, what happened to your leg?" And he looked down and then he was all bloody, bro. And he had like a bullet hole.
God damn.
And he was like, "Huh."
I wonder what happened.
Like, when did that happen? And
Fuck.
that's what he was saying up in class, but
Mm.
he was like dead serious. He wasn't giggling. He wasn't like, because I feel like if I said that story,
Yeah, I would
like
be giggling.
eventually, like I'd probably go like, you know,
Yeah, even if it did happen, bro, I would laugh still.
yeah, like it's a silly story.
Yeah.
But he was saying that, and he was saying talking about how one time oh, I think he got it because he got in a car crash, like a bad one,
Mm.
and like it messed up his nerves.
Mm.
I think that's how he. I don't think he was born with the condition, but he said that like the car crash like messed up his nerves, and that he didn't even feel the like. He had said he had broken bones, and he didn't even feel them.
That's crazy. Would you want
Oh,
to have that condition or no?
nah, cause like feeling pain, like it's like a warning, bro.
That's true. Like
It's
you're getting
like okay, you
vein
need
or
to
something.
stop. You know,
Yeah.
like this hurts. Like you're gonna mess up your body. Because obviously your body would still like react. Like if his arm still broke, if
Yeah.
this was real, his arm was still broken. He still had a bullet theoretically
Yeah.
in his leg, and not feeling it like it would like you wouldn't know, and it just wouldn't be helpful.
Yeah, that's true. Not knowing conditions, like your stomach could like be like exploding or something, and you wouldn't feel it.
Yeah, or even small stuff like I have a headache.
Yeah,
I have COVID,
like
but you
signs.
don't know because my head hurts.
Yeah,
I don't feel my head hurting.
that makes sense.
You
Yeah.
know, I feel like unless it's like I don't feel getting punched in the face, like
Mm.
maybe that'd be kind of cool.
Or like punching the nether region.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like that would be kind of cool, I guess. But not like a superhero level stuff. Nah, not really, bro.
Mm.
Cause it wouldn't be. I don't think it'd be that helpful
Talking about superheroes, what power would you want?
if I had
A
to get
choice.
a power.
Yeah.
Um, probably. I don't know. I don't know. Um. Oh, I think there's this superhero. I think he's on the X-Men, bro. I
Mm.
think his power is like being lucky.
That's a pretty good power,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. It sounds kind of silly,
Yeah.
but
At that
I
point,
think
it's
it'd
like
be the most practical.
I think it's the best. Like if you don't look too much into it.
Yeah.
Like it's like what if you just get that? There's really
Let me
no
look. Let me
downsides.
look, cause I think that's his power, bro.
Yeah, I think I seen that actually in the movie Deadpool movie, and it was a lady that had the look power.
Was it?
I think it was
Oh, it was her then.
yeah. I think yeah, because everybody like got hurt and shit, and she was the only one that like ended up alive.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. From the Deadpool, I was tripping. I was thinking
Mm.
about Gambit from the X-Men. What is his power?
Yeah, that's a pretty good power. You could just go to the
He.
casino and shit.
Okay, no, he controls kinetic energy.
Yeah, fuck.
That's something else.
That's
I just
not.
remember because he uses cards. Like he throws
Mm.
cards a lot.
Oh
So that's why I kind of thought of it.
yeah.
But yeah, like the girl from the Deadpool movie, not sponsored by the Deadpool movie.
No, not yet.
Yeah, maybe for the sequel.
Isn't it the third one next or
Oh yeah, the
I don't know.
is it the third one still called a sequel? No, huh?
Uh,
I don't think it's called a prequel.
no.
The third installment.
Yeah.
The third installment, not sponsored, but maybe we're in talks. But yeah, I feel like it'd be practical and it wouldn't be like super detectable.
Yeah, that's
Because
yeah.
if I could fly, I'd probably get caught by like the
Yeah,
government.
and studied and shit.
Yeah, and studied. But if I was just a lucky guy,
You'd get
you're like, huh?
investigated, but it
Maybe
wouldn't be like
maybe like I would get kicked out of casinos and I
yeah.
get banned from casinos. But there's like a billion casinos. Like just go to hella different
And
casinos
also,
or just gamble online.
what are they gonna do? Be like, he's too lucky. Like they're
Well,
not.
well,
They're
I
gonna
think
think you're
they
cheating.
can kick you
No,
out.
they can't kick you
They
out,
can ban you.
but they can't like put you in prison and
No,
shit.
no, no, they can't. No.
And even if they like check you later, be like, oh no, he's for sure cheating, but they won't be able to
Yeah,
prove it.
because they would have like cameras. They
Yeah,
could just put people watching me, and then I'd just be like, um,
I win again.
all in, and then I win. You know?
Yeah,
So yeah, probably just being lucky, or even stuff like narrowly avoiding stuff.
yeah.
Like oh shit, like I could have got hit by a car, but like I barely moved out the way.
Do you feel like you're lucky?
I feel like I'm luckier than the average person.
Yeah, I think I feel the same way. I feel like I don't know if it's like how to explain it, but I feel like my instincts kind of kick in, and I don't realize like why I did it sometimes.
Hmm.
But it kind of like prevents me from like getting hurt.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I've had that before. I've talked about it when I almost got hit by a car,
Mm-hmm.
and like I felt like everything slowed down as I was gonna step off the sidewalk, and then the car like kind of sped by, and they
Yeah,
almost hit me, and like I couldn't really explain like how that happened because I was gonna cross.
yeah. Like a couple of days ago, I think 2 days ago, I was about to get bonked in the head by a heavy ass piece of wood.
Yeah.
That shit would have fucking ended all my remaining brain cells. But
All
I,
two of them.
yeah, but it didn't. Like I think they moved like a box and the thing was leaning on it. So when they
Okay.
moved the box, it came straight down at me and I was like
Uh.
under it. But for some reason, when I was moving the box, I decided at that exact moment to try to just do this to wipe my sweat.
Mhm.
And it shit hit me
Uh.
right here.
Oh shit.
And I was like, ah, that fucking hurt.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
that's weird.
yeah.
And like, why would I wipe my sweat there? And like, I think yesterday or the day before, again, I had bad cuts at the time. We were at Costco, and my mom was about to. The car was kind of like faulty, and she was about when she pushed it forward, it kind of tilted left and was about to hit a lady in the ass. But I don't know why, I reached forward, and not grabbed the lady's ass, and I pulled the edge of the car
I reached
to.
forward and put my hand in between, and then went like this and pushed my hand into it, and I got away with it. He's like, "Oh, sorry, it was the car."
That was my lucky incident.
Yeah, it's lucky he got lucky and grabbed a woman's ass in public.
Yeah, but I don't know. My brain didn't compute it. I just put my hand forward, pulled the car back from the right side, so it just kind of went straight again.
Okay. Oh, you just like kind of realigned it.
Yeah, I just went like this, and I at first then I was like, oh, oh, that's kind of cool. I did that, but I was like, why would I do that? Like I didn't even
Yeah,
compute
yeah,
it. It was like a deeper thing, brain thing.
yeah. I would say, well, I guess I would feel like I'm luckier on like a bigger scale. Like
Mm,
I've just had like a lot of things kind of go my way.
mm,
That's like okay, like the chances of this happening like it's kind of small, or like
yeah.
opportunities just kind of like present themselves to me.
Mm,
Like they're just kind of there. I'm like, oh shit, like I'll do this.
might as well, yeah.
Kind of like if you watch a movie and they have like product placement,
Mm,
that's kind of the way I could explain it. It's like I'm just kind of doing something and like it's just there. I'm like, oh shit, what if I did that? Like
yeah.
suggest it to me, you know? And yeah, just other things that happen to me that's just like really lucky. Like um, oh,
Finding your girlfriend.
oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I was gonna say that. Yeah, finding my girlfriend. We met in a fucking car accident.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
So that's actually fucking lucky.
Yeah,
I would say that's actually lucky.
yeah,
Yeah, we were in a car accident together, and yeah, like I would say that's actually lucky.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Well, what would you pick as your power? And you can't use mine because I already said it.
Fuck, that was a really good power though.
Yeah,
I like
I
that
took
one.
all the good ones.
Yeah. I would say, hmm, what happened?
And I was just
Oh,
acknowledging the crowd.
oh, hello crowd of 3 people. Hmm. Fuck you, Ninas. Hmm.
Nines.
Fuck
Is
you.
it nines or Ninas?
I don't know.
What's your friend?
I think it's my friend. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
okay.
Are you my friend? Um, fuck. I'd probably something practical.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of superheroes, but I can't think of many. Probably I would say Spider-Man.
You have like the web powers?
Yeah, web powers, but I just want to be like grippy.
Oh, oh, okay, like walk on walls or something like that.
Yeah.
What would you do with
I
that though?
mean, also like strength too.
Okay.
Spider-Man has strength, right?
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, I feel like I would like prevent stuff from happening or hurting me,
Okay.
like with webs and shit. Like he does like
What would hurt you though?
a car crash.
Because Spider-Man like fights crime,
Yeah, I wouldn't fight crime.
so it makes sense that he's in danger.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't fight crime.
you're a gardener.
Yeah.
Fuck puts you in danger. You're webbing away little blades of grass from like
Hey,
hitting your shins.
does can I do like like sharp webs?
I don't think that's how spiders work.
Uh, well,
Or Spider-Man.
I would probably like I don't know, like if a car was about to crash into my car,
Uh,
I'd be like, no, and I would like blow it away, and then it would like
what power's that?
the web with the web would like with
You'd
the,
blow it away. Bro,
no,
the web's sticky, so you'd pull it towards you.
okay, I'd like stick it to the back and then stick it to the car and then like make it like go so it could like suck into the pole instead of sucking into me.
So you just make the person hit something else.
Yeah, it's definitely if like you're not gonna hit me, I'm not gonna save him, bro.
So you're a villain, bro.
No, I'm not a villain.
You're
I'm,
making people
I'm
crash.
they're gonna crash into me, so I'm
No,
like
go crash
squeezing.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
go crash over there, bro.
You could save. You could just make them not crash
They're
into
gonna
anything.
crash into me, bro. Do they have the audacity to crash into me?
This is a made up scenario, and you're not fucking helping people, bro.
They're gonna crash into me, bro. I don't think I need to help them. They're gonna put my family in danger or myself in danger. Fuck you, crash into the pole over there, bro.
Well, bro, if they hit the pole could fall and hit someone else.
Collateral damage, bro. It's not gonna hit me.
Nah, you're a fucking
It's
villain.
not gonna hit
You're a
me, bro.
fucking villain, bro.
It's not gonna hit me.
You're a fucking villain.
But at the same time, like the with power comes responsibility thing.
Hmm.
I feel like I would probably like try to help people at least for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then after that, I'd see like I'll probably get bored or something, and
Uh,
like I feel like it would be like too
like, oh,
hard.
that's my good deed for the day.
Yeah, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that lady was about to drop her dollar. Let me pick it up for her and give it back to her. And that's my good deed for the day. Or
Yeah.
like shoot the web, pick it up, and like give it to her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Well, I guess
about.
I wouldn't help other people with my thing either.
Yeah, well
I would
maybe you
use it for
would,
finance. No, I wouldn't.
because if you would do it for financial things, you could like help your family.
Oh yeah, I guess. But I feel like helping my family to an extent is still helping me.
Well, yeah, but that's with everything. Because if you're helping other people, that helps you in your head. Like
No,
gives
but
you
I feel like helping
gratification.
my family would like help like more closely help me than helping a random
That's
person.
true. Yeah,
If
that's
I
true.
helped a random person, like okay, I'd feel good about it for a little
Yeah,
bit. But I feel like if I help like my parents,
yeah, that's true. It'll be like a lifelong thing, like a
yeah, yeah,
punishment
yeah,
type thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
makes
and then
sense.
it would just like okay, like say I won like $1 billion gambling,
Mm.
then like my parents don't have to work anymore.
Yeah, that's
So that's like a
true.
direct help to me,
Yeah, that's true.
you know? Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
I forgot where we were at with this.
Fucking oh, not feeling pain. That one kid couldn't feel
Oh
pain.
yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't feel pain. Yeah, he was a really weird guy. Fucking Joseph. I remember. I don't know if you remember. In PHS, they
Mm.
had like the pirate news.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
had pirate news. I remember he came out one time like breakdancing or something, or just dancing. Um, and then we kept telling him like, "Oh, bro, you came out of pirate news." He's like, "No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear about it." But he like willingly did the fucking dancing
Bro, you
to
break
come out.
danced. What did break danced
Break danced.
or break done? No.
Dance is still danced. I don't know why break dance would be different.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, but he did like a dance thing, a little performance for the Pirate News, and then he was like upset that we were all telling him about it. He's like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me about it. Even though he willingly chose to fucking
Yeah,
do it in front of a camera.
yeah, that's true.
And I assume they'd ask him, like, hey, are you cool if we put this up in the news? And he would have been like, yeah, you know?
The moment got to him.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, I remember in Pirate News one time there was a segment about like not selling chips,
Used to sell stuff.
and that was like around. It came out the day that I got caught selling chips.
Oh damn. Bro was a catalyst.
Yeah, I think I was a catalyst. And then like I remember it came out and like everyone up in the class kind of went like
No, you actually got in trouble
to
for it though
me.
too, huh?
I did, yeah. They took all my stuff and my mom had to go grab my get my just my bag. They didn't give me the chips.
Did they give you a warning before or no?
Nah.
For me, they just gave me a warning, and I was like, I should stop. For me, a staff gave me a warning. That's why. It was
The
like one of the nice staffs.
who was it?
One of the like Hispanic ladies in the West Campus.
Bruh, the one with the red hair?
No, it was like a black hair lady.
Oh.
She had like really pronounced eyebrows.
Was it Miss Rosa?
Oh yeah, it was her.
Bruh, she got me and she fucking told the counselor. She told
Damn,
no, she told Miss Yates, bruh.
that's crazy.
Fuck you, Miss Yates, you fucking bitch.
She didn't get me. She saw me selling, and I would actually make good money selling because I would sell everything. Like
Hmm.
I would sell
No, yeah, you sold a ton of stuff, yeah.
drinks, candy, chips, everything.
Like I remember I would just take like 10 bags of chips. I was like $10
Yeah.
a day.
No, I'm pretty sure there were some days I brought back like $50. It was crazy. My mom would go to Sam's and shit, and she would like bring back stuff, and I would pay her back, and I'd be like, "Thank you," and then I would go sell. That didn't last that long. It lasted like maybe like a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks,
Yeah,
and I used that money to buy a shitty phone. That was my first ever smartphone.
nice.
But yeah, she stopped me and she was like, "Hey, don't do that. You could get in trouble. They'll take away your stuff and they'll take away your money." And I was like, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah, don't do that anymore. If I see you again, I'm gonna bring you to the front office and shit." And I was like, "All right." And I think I did it one more time, and I think she saw me again, and I was like, "No, no, I'm done, I'm done." And then I stopped for real.
Nah, she was a bitch, bro. She didn't even tell me nothing. She just went to fucking Miss Yates and they called me up out of class.
Oh damn,
Uh,
she's your op for
yeah, she's my fucking op, bro.
another event of favoritism by staff to me.
Yeah, I don't know why people just fucking like Abel more than me. Maybe they feel bad for you.
Yeah, like the PE teacher in ninth grade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they're like, oh, like, we'll cut him some slack. We'll
yeah.
we'll let it pass. But they see me and they're like, nah, he's a troublemaker. He's a Hooligan.
Hooligan.
He's a rapscallion,
Uh,
bro.
what is it? Nerd duel.
Yeah, he's a ne'er do well. Yeah.
Damn.
But I guess back on to something else. I guess. I guess not back on something else.
Yeah.
Onto something else. So my little sister told my mom
Mm.
that because my little sister watched last week's video, and she told my mom that I was gonna have a kid. So now my mom knows that I'm gonna have a kid.
Are you actually gonna have a kid?
Yes.
Bro, I swear I still don't believe you. I, s- I feel like you're pranking me, bro.
What the fuck do I gain from pranking you?
You laughing later. Be like, ah, you thought I was gonna have a kid, fucking doofus.
It's not that funny, bro.
Oh no,
Nah,
it seems
bro.
like a prank. I'll believe it when I see it.
Alright, bro. Let's give it 8 months.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so my little sister told my mom, and my mom, like, I wasn't planning on telling my mom
for a while.
at this point.
Yeah,
I was gonna have to fucking tell her eventually.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so if you're watching this, stop watching this. Turn it off. This isn't for you. This isn't for your age group. She's like 8, bro.
Yeah, come on.
So like actually like but apart from that, like it's not really for her fucking age group,
Yeah.
you know?
What did your
Um,
mom say though?
she just asked me if I was being for real, and I was like,
Perhaps.
you know, I was real disappointed, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Big news though.
yeah, big news in the Council of Geniuses circles,
Yeah.
you know. But I guess now on the topic of like family and stuff like that, bro. It's Christmas is coming up, so for Christmas, what do you guys do for Christmas?
We usually, well, sometimes family comes over from like a different state,
Oh,
and we just kind of chill at home, open presents and shit.
okay.
Kind of just be together as a
Is it like
family.
eventful, or is it just like y'all kicking it?
Um, it's just kicking it, but there's like little stuff like the little family prayer shit. Like
Oh,
we'll just like stay in the living room, like say what we're like thankful for it in general, and just be like, yeah.
so it's like Thanksgiving. What the fuck?
It's like, well, yeah, it's like Thanksgiving, but it's
You guys want water?
like fancy Thanksgiving.
Um, yeah, that's pretty
That's a
cool.
tough one.
That's pretty cool. Um, for Christmas, we get together at my aunt's house, bro.
Mhm.
So I have two aunts from my mom's side.
Mm.
So it's three families, right? Three households, better said.
Yeah.
It's one family. Three households. And man, every fucking year, bro, I look forward to it. Like we just hang out. Like we don't do like hella cool stuff.
Yeah,
Like it's hanging out. Like I don't know how cool it could be. Like I like it, right?
yeah, that's true.
It but every year, bro, I have this little cousin, bro. She's fucking for some dumb shit. She finds a reason to cry, bro. Every year without fail. Actually, no, it did fail last year. Last year
No,
she didn't cry,
almost,
but
almost though.
every year, bro, she cries over something. So every year, like I told my mom, like, damn, like I wonder what she's gonna cry about this year. And I told my sister, like, oh shit, like she's gonna cry, she's gonna cry. It sounds kind of fucked
It's
up. It's my
tradition, tradition.
well, yeah, it's tradition at this point.
Yeah,
Like since she was a little kid, obviously she was a baby, she cried because babies fucking, they do that.
yeah.
You know. Um.
That's what they're known for.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what they're most famous for. I
Yeah,
would say, crying and probably bowel movements.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like she would cry over like just hella dumb stuff, which sounds kind of fucked up because she's a little kid. But it's still like at this point I think she's too old for it.
How old is she?
I don't know, like 11.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, too old.
Um, and sometimes it was really silly. Like I remember one year, bro, they were playing White Elephant. They
Mm.
were playing White Elephant. So if you don't know what White Elephant is, maybe they call it something different
Yeah,
in your household,
maybe you guys are more culturally appreciated.
or maybe you don't celebrate Christmas at all, so you wouldn't really know.
Mm.
So basically, everyone they take turns because there's like a pile of gifts. They're not like cool ones. They're like personalized. Like okay, I got you a sweater. Like I got on this sweater. You know, it's not stuff like that. It'll be like maybe like a pair of socks. Um, like candy, like something
Yeah,
this is how we do it.
yeah, something like more like smaller,
Yeah,
but
something smaller, not something
yeah,
personalized
something more
for someone.
general.
Something that like everyone could use.
Yeah,
Everyone could have a use for. So you would take turns. Um, like picking like a random. They're all wrapped. So
Mm.
you'd go, you'd grab one, you'd open it, you'd be like, "Yo, I got a coffee mug."
Mm.
Pretty cool, right? So then the next person, they could either go grab another one and open it, or they could steal someone else's already opened gift.
Then.
So that's kind of the game. It's like, oh, like there's a say like there's like a one really cool item that everyone wants, and
Mm.
they're like, okay, I'll steal this one, and then it kind of passes around to like the last one's taken. Um, so we were doing that, and it was super small stuff. Like that's why I said like socks, because I think like a lot of the stuff was socks or like fucking like slippers or like a beanie or mittens or shit like that. It's just little stuff, right? Like it was adults and little kids playing, right?
Yeah.
So my little cousin, she gets some Minnie Mouse slippers, right?
Pretty cool.
And she's like, oh, they're pretty cool. Like I would say it's probably one of the cooler things up in there, like
Yeah.
especially for her.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
she can't really have a use for like a face mask,
Yeah, that's a
you
good.
know. But some slippers, like okay, she could wear them around the house. She could hang out with them. And there's one gift left. There's one gift left, and it's my mom's turn, bro. I expected my mom to just grab the unopened gift and end the game.
Yeah.
It's just when it ends. Like the last person, no, the last gift that goes, it's the end of the game. She's like, I'm gonna take the slippers. Everyone else had gifts.
Yeah.
Everyone else had gifts already. And she's like, I'm gonna take the slippers. And she like takes them and she does like a little chuckle, like a yeah, just a little laugh. My mom, she has like a little funny laugh she does sometimes. She's like, like a evil villain or
Yeah.
something like that. And she laughed, bruh. And then my little cousin started crying
Uh-huh.
because I think she opened her thing and it was something dumb, like a banana or something. It was something dumb. Uh, and she wanted the slippers.
Yeah.
And I remember I told my mom, I was like, damn, like that's kind of fucked up. Like, why'd you steal her thing? And she's like, that's how the game goes. That's we're
Yeah.
just playing the game.
Yeah,
And I was
that's
like,
true.
yeah, it is how the game goes, but like still like she's a little kid. And you know how she is, cause she fucking cries for everything. Um, yeah, just little stuff like that. So every year I just kind of like, oh man, I wonder what's gonna happen this year, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Cause other than that, like like my tias, they like setting up like little games like that. Like I remember last year, they wrapped, I think it was like $10 or $20, up in like hella plastic wrap,
Mm.
like Saran wrap, and like oh you had mittens on, and you had to try to unravel it,
Oh, damn.
and then the it was like in a circle, so the next person would have to like roll snake eyes, and then it would pass to them,
Mm.
and then the next person would have to roll, and it would go around like that till someone opened it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't remember who won, but we do stuff like that. We do like loteria and stuff like that. Um, it gets cool, but I look forward to my little cousin crying the most, I think.
That's the highlight of the holidays.
Yeah, it's the highlight of my holiday season, I would say. Um, yeah, I don't know if you have anything on that realm.
On the holiday things, not
Yeah.
really. I like to go to the mountains sometimes too when it's snowing. That can be
Mhm.
fun. But other than that, that's pretty much
Oh yeah, 'cause it
boring.
snows around here, so it's like
Yeah,
close by.
I think last year it was the first time it snowed on my house and like
Oh shit,
since I was born.
that's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, so that was a cool thing. It wasn't. I don't think there was that much crashes, surprisingly.
Mm,
But it was a pretty good amount of snow, and
okay.
yeah, it was nice.
I guess kind of on the topic of family, right?
Mm.
Since I'm starting my own family pretty soon. Uh, but on the topic of family, bro, I have this aunt, bro, who was like stealing from my house.
What?
Oh yeah, so I have an aunt, bro. She's my dad's sister,
Mm,
and she was visiting from Mexico, and she would kind of bounce from like our house to my uncle's house, kind of back and
mm,
forth. And 'cause she would kind of say sometime here, sometimes like my uncle, like, oh, we'll take you out here, we'll invite you this place.
yeah, yeah,
So she would kind of bounce back and forth. Um, and my sister, she was living with us at the time. She wasn't anymore. Um, she's alive still. She just moved out.
yeah. Thankfully,
Yeah, thankfully. She noticed that like one of her purses was missing, bruh. And
that's
then
weird.
my tia, she came back because I think like my uncle had invited her to like a party or something.
Mm.
She came back like with the purse, bruh.
Like wording and shit.
Yeah, like she had it like it's right here, bruh. She had it right here. And my sister was like, "Hey, like that's my purse. Like, what the fuck?"
Mm.
And she's like, "Oh, like I'm sorry. Like you have so many. Like I thought you wouldn't mind if I like borrowed one." Which
That's
if she would have asked, my sister would not have minded.
yeah,
If you
but
could have asked like, "Oh, can I borrow it? Like I don't have a purse. Like I
yeah,
like this one. It goes with my outfit or whatever the fuck. Can I just borrow it for today?" My sister would have said, "Yeah." She's like, oh yeah, that's fine. Just
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah, and it was really weird. And my sister's like, what the fuck? Like, what's up with that? And I think another time too, she left. I think with my uncle again.
Mm.
And my sister, I don't know what the fuck she was missing. Um, but she's like, she couldn't find it. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but she couldn't find it. So she checks my aunt's like bag, like her luggage, maleta, whatever the fuck it's called in English. Um,
Suitcase.
suitcase.
Yeah.
It was more like a duffel bag.
Oh,
She checks and she find whatever the fuck she was looking for. She found it up in there, and
bruh.
she ended up finding. I had an iPod.
Uh-huh.
It was like a super old iPod I didn't even use. I don't think it worked anymore. I didn't have the charger. It didn't turn on, and it was in there like wrapped up in like toilet paper, bro.
That's
And my
kind of
sister
weird.
was like, "What the fuck?" And I don't think she ever said anything, but she just took them out
Hmm.
and she kept them.
Yeah, I think
Obviously,
that's a good play. Because it
yeah,
could be like, oh, they saw it and they took it out.
yeah, yeah. And I remember she told me, she's like, "Hey, like I found your iPod up in there." I was like, "I have an iPod."
Oh shit.
By that point, I fucking
Yeah.
forgot. Like it was super old and it didn't even work anymore. Like I had a phone by that point. I had a
Mm.
fucking phone, so I didn't need the iPod anymore. I was like, "Oh shit." And yeah, so it's kind of fucked up.
It's true. I had a
Yeah.
I still have a grandma, but she's I think we we would like go the way we buy stuff like groceries and shit
Mm,
is like kind of in bulk.
mm.
Like we go to Sam's Club or Costco
Okay.
and we get like the bigger like
Just like
waters
a
and
lot.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we would bring them back here and we would just like, have them there. Whenever we need them, we grab them.
Mm.
My grandma would like come, she would like grab some and like walk around the neighborhood, like around this neighborhood, just passing them out to neighbors and shit, bro. Like what the fuck? When we weren't here, we were just like out somewhere and we would come back to like shit missing,
Yeah.
like that type of shit.
Oh shit.
Like
Just giving it away, bro.
yeah, like what the fuck?
That's hella different too. Like not even using it for like for personal gain.
Yeah, she's using it. Well, maybe to get on like the other people's good graces.
Maybe, but it's like, what the fuck can you do with good graces?
Yeah, that's true. It's
You
just
know?
like, whoa. And she would like talk shit to other people about us,
Uh huh.
like cause they used to live in this house, right?
Yeah.
And whenever we would come like maybe like once every like couple months to like
Hmm.
visit here.
Okay.
And every that then she would like talk to the neighbors like, oh, these people are like the kids are like really rambunctious or shit like that.
Yeah, you guys were pretty rambunctious
I
though.
wouldn't say really rambunctious against like with adults.
Uh huh.
Like we were like really like well mannered kids because my
Uh huh.
mom was super strict.
Your
So
mom, yeah, your mom looks pretty strict.
yeah, so we don't really we weren't like crazy shit. So when we moved here, like some of the neighbors would be like, oh, like she said you guys are like crazy and shit, and you guys are like super nice and everything. And it was like, what the heck? Finding out a bunch of shit. It's just a
Yeah.
bunch of crazy shit. And even now, cause she used to be like really fucked up to us.
Uh huh.
Like she would like what's it called? Oh yeah, an incident that I remember was I was like super young, like
Mm.
baby type shit. I crawled. I could only crawl.
Yeah.
And I guess so she left cigarettes on the floor or like on the low table. I grabbed them as a baby and I like kind of like took them out and like was playing with them. And she just smacked me and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, I don't know what happened, but my mom said like she was like my mom was like, "What the fuck? Like you're the one that left him there and
Yeah. Yeah.
like he doesn't know what he's doing and shit like that." I don't know. She's weird, and she still calls me like there's a bunch of shit, like weird shit that been happening over the years. And I think my birthday happened and she called me. She's like, no matter what anyone says, or even if you don't believe me, I love you. I was like, why are you even saying that, bro? Like, why are you making it feel so awkward?
Yeah.
Every time
No
we,
matter what
yeah,
anyone says,
it's like,
who the fuck's gonna have an opinion on that, bro? Your mom's gonna be like, your grandma doesn't love you.
yeah, and so my mom was saying that too, like, like, why does she have to add that? Just say I love you
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it. I don't know. She always like makes something extra, and it's just uncomfortable. And she's always like,
Like maybe
oh,
no matter what, I love you makes sense,
yeah,
but like no matter what anyone says,
yeah. No matter what anyone says,
who the fuck's a
and she even said like,
naysayer, bro,
yeah,
on your grandma's love,
and
bro?
like also with the even if you don't think I love you, I do.
Uh-huh.
That's like that's kind of weird, bro.
Yeah, that's like a just fucking say I love you and just move
Yeah,
on.
I don't know.
That's hella. That's actually hella weird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like super uncomfortable with her.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just happy she is not here right now. She's alive, just not here.
Here
Yeah,
physically.
yeah,
Yeah, she's somewhere else.
yeah. Mexico.
Okay.
In the address of no, I don't know.
She lives here. If you want to pay her a visit, on behalf of the Council of Geniuses, send her a message.
No, but it's a lot of family stuff is can be interesting.
Yeah, family stuff can be really like complicated, really complex,
Yeah.
especially with like generational gaps.
Mm.
And I feel like I don't know how other people relate to this, but I feel like us, like I don't know about your parents. My parents were born in Mexico.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, so just especially with our grandparents, like the way they react to things and the way we react to things, like
Mm.
living in a different country, living in a different time, society being different. Like there's a lot of like just differences, bro. Like I
Yeah,
remember,
even in like the way our minds were structured as we grew up.
yeah, yeah. Like I remember, oh, so I have a tattoo.
Mm.
And I remember I told my grandma, I was like, "Hey, I got a tattoo.
Mm.
Like, look, I thought it was cool." And she was so upset. She was like, "Oh, like I can't believe you did this." Because my older sister has tattoos. She has a lot. Um, and she's like, "Oh, I can't believe you did this. Like I expected this from your sister, but not from you.
So
You
weird.
were like my last hope
The
of not ruining your body." And then she's real religious, so she was like,
mm.
"Oh, like God gave you your body like this, and it's perfect like that. Like you don't have to go making modifications because you're just ruining God's creation and shit like that." And like I love my grandma. I know my grandma loves me.
Yeah,
But
different mind
just the
mindedness.
way we look at things
Yeah.
like that. Um, and she was really like upset. She was
Mm.
really upset that I got a tattoo, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And my mom was mad. She's like, "You shouldn't have told her."
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh, like
No, yeah, when
I didn't think she would do that."
got earrings, my brother, he got earrings. My mom was like pretty upset at him for like a couple days.
Mm,
Like, why the fuck do you get them and shit like that? And
yeah.
after a while, it doesn't matter. Like, even it got to the point now where it's just like jokes. Like, we'll be somewhere random, like Walmart, and we'll see like super like girly or like super like out there earrings. I'll be like, Christian, ¿no quieres estos? Or like, you want these, Christian? And he it's at the point now where he's just annoyed of it. Like,
uh,
shut up, it's not funny.
yeah, but yeah. This one would be funny.
Yeah.
I remember in high school I had earrings. I had earrings. I still have the holes, or like the little dips.
Yeah.
So if you see me in person, you can kind of tell. Um, and I remember when I first got them, my uncle he was calling me gay and just like feminine
Mm.
because I had them. And then he fucking saw me with a nose piercing
Mm,
like a couple
yeah.
years later. Um, and yeah, just they're just saying like, oh, like you can't go to Mexico, like, cause your family's gonna think like this of you. They're gonna think you're this way because of the way you dress and the way
Mm.
you look and the way you talk. Um, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of like cultural differences and shit.
Yeah, cause they think like it's kind of like a known thing where like, oh,
Mm.
you wear like ripped jeans and like damn, like y'all don't have money for like
Mm,
jeans, like dude, you need to go buy some
yeah.
because they think like you're wearing like busted up jeans.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, and then just yeah, just the way you dress, the way you look, they think you're like a certain way. They think like you're like a hooligan or whatever.
Yeah,
At
cause
least for me, the
yeah,
way I look
and
and the way I dress.
yeah, I think like at Costco, my mom said I had a look of a hooligan, the face of a hooligan. I was
Uh-huh.
like, what does that even fucking mean, bro?
I'll say you have the face of like a something I can't say on video.
What is it?
You don't want to know, bro. I'll tell you off camera.
Oh damn.
Um, but yeah, yeah, stuff like that. My dad tells me a lot that I look like a fucking like a stoner, like a pothead,
Mm.
and it's really funny, bro. I remember like back in high school, and sometimes now it's less often now,
Mm.
but in high school, like I would go hang out with you guys, and I'd come back, and he'd like he'd, he'd want to check my breath to see if I was smoking or drinking, and I chew gum all the time.
Yeah.
Like you know this if you know me in person, you know I chew gum like all the time. If I'm not eating or sleeping, I'm chewing gum. You know, I think it's like an addiction at this point.
Perhaps.
But I'm chewing gum all the time. He's like, "Oh, like why are you chewing gum? Like your breath smelled like drugs or something." And I was like, "I just chew gum all the time," which is true. I do chew
Yeah.
gum all the time. And yeah, I remember one time I came back from your house pretty recent. I think we were recording. It's a recording session, and I got home and I said, I made like a little joke to him,
Mm.
and I sat on the couch. And I was just like I looked at him, because he was looking at me like this.
Mm.
He was like examining me or some shit. And I was like,
Mm.
huh? What happened? He's like, you were smoking weed, huh? And I was like, what? And he's like, he said it in Spanish. He's like, "Tienes cara de marihuano."
No.
He's like, you have like the face of a stoner."
Yeah.
And I was like, I just look like that.
It's like, what the heck, bro?
Like that's just my face, man. You guys made me.
Yeah.
It's your fault. Um, yeah, he wanted to like check me, and my mom, she's like, what the fuck, like, what's wrong with him? Like, he
Yeah.
looks regular, just looks like this all the time. Which I don't know if I should be offended that I just kind of that my mom said I just look like that.
Yeah.
But I remember I'd get it a lot, like even in school, I'd have teachers thinking like I would just come in class high all the time, just because I have like that face, I guess. And people have asked me too, like, "Oh, you look like a stoner. You look like you do this."
For me, it's like
Uh,
complete opposite.
and I have to tell people like, "Oh no, I don't smoke.
For
Like
me,
I've never smoked."
good job.
Let the record show. Don't you're kicking the table. You're like it's shaking. On on record, on video, I've never smoked. So I don't know where that comes from. But I've had people like since high school,
Mm.
like just assume that I'm like a smoker, that I'm high all the time and shit like that.
Yeah, that's so weird. I've never gotten that ever before.
Hmm.
That's kind of crazy to me. I think I know there's been people that had similar experiences to you where the teacher would be like, "Oh, I know you smoke," to some random
Hmm.
kid, and they'll be like, "Ah, I know you smoke, but like, bro, don't do it to class and shit." And he'll be like, "What the heck, bro?"
Well, I think I talked about it before, but I had a teacher that it was kind of my fault because I'm gonna tell the story again because a lot of people haven't watched or it's just an old thing. So I had history. I think I'm gonna say third period. I had history third period, and I walked in on accident second period just because I mixed the day up, right? Like I was just like I don't know what the fuck happened, but I just walked in second period on accident. Not on accident. Like I meant to walk in, but I
Yeah,
shouldn't have walked in. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
don't know what the word is, but like I shouldn't have walked in. Um, and like I just walked by the teacher. And I'm like, oh, like good morning, mister.
mm-hmm.
And I go fucking sit down, and the whole time he just kind of looking at me like this as I walk
Yeah,
by. And like I make a little comment when I sit down, like, damn, like I'm early.
yeah,
I'm early because nobody was up in there.
yeah.
It was this fucking break period, bro.
I remember.
It was
That's
this
crazy.
break period. And I'm like, damn, like I'm early, huh? And he's like, second period. And I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
And he's at second period. Like expecting me to like
yeah,
realize and I was like, yeah, it is second period. Like that's why I'm here. And he was like, you're in my third period. And I was like, I looked up at the clock, like if that was gonna fucking tell me anything. And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit, it is. Oh my bad. I'll see you in an hour.
Mhm.
And I left and then I came back later and I walked in and he was like, the thing about marijuana is it like I don't know what the fuck he said. Something like it causes like memory loss and like it makes you act kind of funny. And I just kind of looked at him and was like, I guess so. I don't
Yeah, like
know.
I guess it could.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe. Uh, and then it took me like a while, probably like 20 minutes in the class period. I was sitting there because I remember I didn't do nothing up in that class. It was a fucking AP history,
Yeah, fuck
so
that.
I failed. So I'll just kind of sit there and hang out. And I remember sitting there like just super like deep in thought. I was pondering. I was like why the fuck did he tell me that? Like what the fuck? Like that's not history. That's like science.
Yeah,
And
for
I
real.
was sitting there like
Mm.
and I was like, fuck, he was calling me a fucking pothead. He thought I walked in high.
It's kind
And
of
I
understandable.
thought it was disrespectful, but he was just a silly guy. Like I didn't know
Yeah,
him well enough at the time, but he was just a silly guy. I think he was just trying to be funny. Maybe he did like think that like I walked
yeah.
in like that, but he wouldn't have
He
done
didn't
anything.
really care yet.
Yeah, he just thought it was kind of silly. He's just trying to make a joke with me.
Yeah,
But at the time, I was like kind of offended. I was like, "Fuck! Like, why does he think I'm like that?" You know.
yeah.
But looking back, like, ah, that's silly. Like,
I feel like a lot of people didn't really care. The securities in general.
yeah,
Did you see the securities that didn't care about people smoking?
I didn't see that. Well, I wasn't smoking, so I didn't really.
Yeah,
I
cause
wasn't in the loop.
yeah, I was in the restroom, and the people would be smoking, and security would walk in, and people would just offer him hits.
Oh, was it
Like,
that?
oh,
Was it that?
she was like buff, but he had slick hair.
Yeah, yeah, I think I know who that is.
Yeah, and
I remember. I think it was Steve. He was wearing like a cookies hoodie,
mm,
and he told me that security was like, oh, like that's a nice hoodie.
mm,
He told him that, and he's like, oh shit.
yeah, like he wouldn't take the hits. He would just be like, "Oh, nothing, I'm good."
Uh,
Yeah, or like one time, one of my good friends
but
wasn't
actually,
me.
I have to go to the restroom.
All right.
Sorry, bro.
One of my a good friend of mine, his name starts with the letter A. He will not be named.
Uh-huh. Is it you?
No, I wouldn't. I don't do that stuff.
Your name starts with the letter A.
Yeah,
That's
but
why.
no, it's not me.
Okay.
Um, the security walked into the restroom
Yep.
as he was like exhaling a hit,
Mhm.
and he didn't know the security was chill like that. So
Uh,
he started coughing and shit, and he's like, oh, like panic coughing and shit.
oh shit! Like all scared. Like
Yeah,
fuck, I got caught.
yeah, and the security guard just like looked at him like, okay, just walked out again. And he was like looking around like, oh,
Oh,
I guess
I don't
okay.
know you were chill like
Yeah.
that.
And another time, okay, this one actually did happen to me.
Yeah.
I saw people jumping one guy, and
Oh
the
shit.
security guard just kind of like it was in the restroom, and the security guard just kind of like walked in, crossed his arms for a little bit,
Uh.
looked at it happen for like I would say a good 15 to 20 seconds, and then he was like, "All right, guys, time to break it up."
Well, that's a fucking terrible security guard, bro. Fuck.
I don't know. That was funny though, because I
That's
was
pretty funny, but like some kids getting fucked.
yeah,
Like the smoking thing, it's like okay, like we could let that pass. Probably police
yeah,
or something.
maybe.
He's transporting stuff. Oh, I could look past that. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't really hurt anybody. It's a victimless crime,
yeah,
you know. But some kids getting jumped, bro. Like
yeah.
should probably stop that from happening.
That's true.
You know,
It was kind of funny though. I was just in the restroom there,
it's funny, bro, but it's so fucked up. It's
yeah.
like damn, like
It was like three guys beating up on one guy.
yeah, like your job is to fucking protect this kid,
Yeah.
bro.
I was just like,
You were up in the restaurant?
I was in the restaurant. I was like watching it live, and I was like, oh, this is
Oh
pretty cool.
shit.
And yeah, nothing really happened.
Yeah.
I guess it was like in the loop. There was like little like jumping threats between the group and the guy and the guy's
Okay.
friends, and there was like a bunch of back and forth.
Oh, and they caught him lacking.
Yeah, I was never involved,
Yeah, I was never in stuff like that.
and yeah, it was kind of cool. It was a fun time. I feel like shit would always happen around me, but not really to me.
Yeah, I feel like life is just like that. I'm not really like involved in stuff like,
Yeah, it's
but
true.
I always just kind of see stuff.
For me, it's like I am involved, but like not in a way where it would affect me.
Okay.
Like with the jumping thing, okay, may have had an illicit object, and that illicit object was being passed around, and then I guess one of my friends came in,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Hey, stop letting these bums do that." And the guy was like, "What'd you call me?" And then the guy was like, "A bum. Didn't you hear me?" And he didn't say that in that word. It sounded, I think it sounded a little bit cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And then the next day, no, I think what the guy that okay, so the guy that said, oh, you called him a bum.
Uh-huh.
This guy said, oh no, blah blah. What did you call me? You better watch your back. And he's like, oh, I better watch my back. Okay. The next day, he's like, oh, you told me to watch my back, and he came in and he started fighting him. And I guess
Oh
the other
shit.
people that were in there were friends with him too, so they started beating him up too.
Oh.
Yeah. So
So you were involved.
I was involved,
You just
but
weren't directly like
yeah,
you weren't participating. You were just involved.
yeah. So I was just standing there on the side,
Uh-huh.
holding my illicit substance, just like
Okay.
this is happening.
No, yeah, because I've not been involved. Like I wasn't involved. You were involved.
Yeah. And then
Uh-huh.
another time, it was during Mr. Reed's class.
Fuck you, Mr. Reed.
I think Mr. Reed's pretty cool for this. Nothing. He didn't really do anything, but he was like in the back of the class, and we're watching Miss Marvel.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Bro, remember your thing. Remember what the fuck you were gonna say.
Uh,
I remember that day. It was like like one of the last days of
yeah.
school.
That's
We
why I
were
remember.
watching Miss Marvel. Um, I remember in the class it was physics,
Mm,
and we had a mix of like juniors and sophomores
yeah.
and seniors. I think I was a junior though. I was a junior at the time, and there was a sophomore up in the class. There was hella sophomores, and I was cool with them. Like there was this one
Mm,
kid named Mark Anthony put together. There was this kid named Joel, and another kid named fuck. I can't remember his name, bro. Oh, I can't remember his name. It's gonna bother me, bro. Oh my god, I forgot his name. It's the main kid in the story, and I fucking forgot his name. Jalen.
oh.
Jalen. His name was Jalen. Yeah, he was cool. And I remember like I would kind of stick up for him and stuff like up
Mm,
in class when Mr. Reed would like tell him stuff.
yeah.
And I would try to like motivate them and like push them to succeed. Not Mark Anthony because he was a not a bum. He was cool, but he was like, all right, he's not. he doesn't give a fuck about this. Joel would do his work,
Mm.
so I didn't really have to tell him anything. But I saw Jalen, and I knew he could do better, bro. And he would just kind of mess around,
Mm.
and I was like, you gotta lock in, bro. You gotta lock in. And I remember we were up in the back of the class not watching Miss Marvel, and we were like fucking around on the computers. We had like laptops issued to us.
Mm.
We were fucking around on the computers, and I remember Jalen, he went to the restroom. Yeah, he went to the restroom, and it was his computer, and we were just on the computer, and we checked his computer, and he had like in his history
Mm.
on the school computer cam sites and dodgy anime stuff.
Oh no.
And
Oh
we were
no.
like, what the fuck? Like, what's up? Because it wasn't like we didn't look it up.
Mm.
Like it was on the history. Like if you type in like a certain letter and something comes up, like
Yeah.
you when you've been there before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I type in like W and like Wikipedia because you've visited the site before, it was stuff like that. And it was like cam sites on the school computer, bro. And
That,
I remember
that's
he came
ballsy.
back. He came back and we didn't say anything. We closed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, the site, I'm just gonna fucking say it, bro.
Mm.
Can I legally?
Yeah. Yeah.
Am
You
I
can.
allowed to?
Yeah.
We're like, bro, bonga cams? The fuck is bonga cams? And he was like, huh? I don't know. And I was like, bro, like it was on your computer. He's like, nah, bro, it was an ad, bro. Like he instantly knew what the fuck we were talking about. He's like, it was an ad, bro. It was an ad. Stop it, bro. I wasn't doing nothing. And I was like,
That's
bruh,
crazy.
you're a freak, bro. On the school Chromebooks,
Bonk
dog.
cams, bro.
Bonga cams on the school Chromebooks.
But donkey
Yeah,
donkey.
that shit was funny. Oh, actually, kind of on the same topic.
Mm.
In I think it was junior, no, sophomore year.
Mm.
I had history. I had world history, and shout out my teacher, Miss Lucero. She was kind of fine. Um,
Fun or fine?
fine. She
Oh.
was fun,
Oh.
but she was fine. I think. In my opinion.
Mm.
It's her fault that I took the AP class, cause she told me that I should take it, cause I did good in
Mm.
hers. And if she would have been ugly, I wouldn't have listened to her. If she would have been ugly or if I didn't like her, I wouldn't have listened.
Mm.
But she was fine, and I was like,
Fuck
all
it.
right, fuck it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Whatever you say, miss.
So shout out Miss Lucero. I know you're watching this. It's your fault though. But yeah, Miss Lucero. So it was up in her class, in her world history class, and there was this kid. I was gonna say his name again. His name was Andy. Different Andys. I've talked about an Andy before, but this is a different Andy.
Mm.
Shout out Andy though. He's a cool guy. I remember he was like he would just hang out in class. He wouldn't do any work, and he would pay me to do work for him.
Oh damn.
And it was all on the computer, and I literally just copy and pasted my answers from my document onto his, and
That's
he
funny.
gave me like $50
Oh damn.
just to do like all of his missing work, which was literally just like warm up. So it was just like copying the
Mm.
answer from mine onto his. It was the same answer for everyone. Um, and I remember I felt bad because he was like, "Oh, like I'll pay you," and I was like, "Fool, like just give me what the fuck you want.
Mm.
Like I'm not gonna ask for like a certain amount."
Yeah.
Partly because he was my friend and I
Mm.
felt kind of bad asking,
Yeah.
but also because I didn't know what the fuck it was worth.
That's true.
I would have said like $5.
Yeah.
I'll do it for five because I was just copying, and I guess he didn't know or he didn't give a fuck,
Mm.
and he just gave. I remember one time he gave me like 20, another time he gave me like 25. He just gave me like he would just hand me money, and I was like, yo, like you know,
Business.
yeah, business is business. And I remember we would fuck around in Miss Lucero's class. She was really cool, so I felt
Mm.
kind of bad like messing with her. We wouldn't mess with her.
Mm.
We would just mess around.
Mm.
Like I remember she would show us on Fridays like CNN news videos, and we would try to connect to the speakers and like
Mm.
play dumb shit. And I remember fucking Andy, bro. He was up on the school computer because Twitter wasn't blocked.
Mm.
Because I think the school had a Twitter, so Twitter was open.
Yeah.
It wasn't blacklisted or whatever the fuck it's called. And he would look at adult content on Twitter and just like show us. He'd be like, "Bro, look," and it'd be adult content on the school computer.
That's
And I'd
crazy.
be like, "Damn, bro!" Like in my head, I was like, "Fuck, like what the fuck?"
This guy's
Like
bold.
this guy's kind of crazy. But we sat in the back, so we never got caught.
Mm.
And I don't think the school can trace like what the fuck's on your screen. Like they can just like know you're on Twitter. Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe that's the most they could do.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if they could do that. Like I assume if you looked up something bad, they would get notified. But if
I'll
you're on
make up.
Twitter, they're not gonna get
Yeah.
notified. You know, because Twitter's just a thing. It's X now, but at the time it was Twitter. And yeah, yeah, fucking Andy, man. And fucking Miss Lucero's class. Shout out Miss Lucero. I liked her class. It was really cool. But it's her fault that I failed in AP US history because she told me to take it. That's it. You go back to your thing.
Oh yeah. I remember this
Watching
time.
Miss Marvel and Miss Reed's class.
Yeah. And well, I still don't know what Miss Marvel is. I don't remember the movie at all
Mm.
because I didn't watch it. But it
I've
was,
watched it and I still don't know what the fuck it's about. I don't remember.
yeah, it's pretty forgetful movie. I think.
I know people hate the actress though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know why.
I know why.
Why?
Because I remember when she was cast as Miss Marvel, she was saying that like there needed to be like more diversity like among like Marvel movies and shit.
Mm,
And people were like, okay, so fucking give up your job so they could give it to a black person. Or
mm,
give up your job so you give it to like a minority. She's white.
yeah.
And just shit like that, like virtue signaling type stuff when she doesn't really do anything for it. Anything
Yeah.
visible. Like maybe she fucking protests and posts like Instagram stories
Yeah. Everybody
in
does that.
support of stuff. I don't do that.
Yeah, but you get me. Like everybody
Yeah,
who
yeah.
cares about does the
Yeah, yeah. But like she wouldn't actually do anything like
meaningful.
meaningful. Yeah, yeah. She was asking for like, okay, like, oh, you're just casting white people, like cast more diverse, like make more diverse cast. And
Mm.
people on Twitter were like, okay, so like you're white,
You're part of the problem,
give up
really.
your job so they can give it to a
Yeah.
minority. And she didn't do anything. And also, I think the movie sucks.
Mm.
And they're just mad because she's the star in the suck movie. You know?
Going back to the story though.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, we were in Mr. Reed's class, and it was me, a dude, and like a nerdy dude.
Okay.
The nerdy dude, I could say, no, I can't say any names, but
Why not?
uh, they were doing bad stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, and we were all in the class, and
what? I said Jalen's name.
it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's not like stuff that get you in
That's not his
trouble.
actual name, guys.
Well, it was me and this guy, and we both had
Like my neck hurts.
illicit like long things that you could suck. And we both had those. And
I have one.
yeah, and we both had those. And we were in class, and we were doing it in class. Mr. was all in the back, and we would just like blow it, and we were just doing it in class.
Y'all was blowing?
And we told the nerdy kid, "Hey, you want to do it with us?" And he was like, "What? Like, what is this?"
Uh-huh.
And we were like, "Oh, it's just, we didn't really peer pressure. We didn't say, oh, come on, do it." He was curious, and he was
You
like,
just asked
"Yeah,
and you facilitated.
yeah, we facilitated it."
Uh-huh.
Oh well. And he tried it, and he was like, at first he was like, "Okay, I don't know why people do this." And after a while, he was like, "I know why people get high now." He was like so going crazy. He was like,
Oh man.
"I know why people get high now," and it was funny because he was like, he would talk. There was a girl sat next to him. The way the seats were, it was me and the dude,
Yeah.
and the nerdy kid,
Yeah, yeah,
and
because it was
the girl.
like two seat partners in rows.
Yeah, and he would be talking to the girl. He'd be like, "Hey, hey, you want some? It feels good." And the girl would be like, "No, thank you, I'm good." She was chill. I forgot what
Oh,
her name is, but she was chill.
shout out, girl.
Yeah, she didn't want to suck on the long illicit things with us, but yeah,
Only y'all did.
yeah, only we did for each
You
other's.
still do that, Abel, or no?
No, no, it was
Just you're just curious.
yeah. I was like, I think I went through a period of my life where I was into doing that quite often,
Uh,
like a little too often,
you would suck on long things too often.
long illicit things too often. Yeah, throughout like for extended periods of time, for like
Yeah,
too long, for like years,
until completion.
until I like identified with it.
Okay.
Yeah. And no, I stopped a couple years ago.
All right, that's good, man.
Yeah, no more. I'm not gay anymore. I'm just kidding.
You
Yeah, but it was a, I don't know, it was funny.
talk louder.
I just remember being in that class. We were doing it during the class, and
Uh-huh.
Mr. Reed never fucking paid attention.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. But like, there was other security guards that would like take their job a little too seriously.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Randy.
Randy, that was the one I was
Fucking
talking
Randy.
about.
I remember these call that food Terminator. I never had an interaction with Randy,
Mm.
so I don't know what all the Randy hype was about. But I remember people would fucking talk about Randy.
I
He said
saw
that he
one
would
of
like
them.
take phones and stuff.
Yeah, he like one of my friends. He
Oh shit, hold on. I'm getting a
oh,
call. Might be my it might be my mom or like a work phone.
mm.
That's my mom. Bueno, estamos grabando, pero ya no lo acabamos. Es que estamos viendo el partido de la América. Y como se fueron a tiempo extra, se tardó mucho. Pero no nos tardamos mucho. Ok, pero está bien, mañana no hago nada. No, sí, pero pues mejor ahorita hay menos carros. Te aviso. Sí, mami, te aviso. Ok, bye. Alright.
Forgot what I was saying.
Randy and
Oh yeah, Randy.
yeah.
My friend came out the restroom and he had like a normal writing pen,
Uh-huh.
and Randy confiscated it.
A pen?
Yeah, like actual
Like
writing
a
pen.
yeah, like a ink pen.
Yeah, he confiscated it and he like took it apart in front of him.
Hmm.
He was like taking it apart and inspecting it. He was like, "All right, you can have it back."
He didn't even put it back together,
No,
bro.
he didn't.
He
He
gave
gave
it
it
back
like,
all the like the
yeah,
spring
yeah.
and
Because
shit like
I
that.
remember my friend was putting it back together in class.
What happened to your pen? Randy.
I remember
Okay, yeah, I see what
he
it's
walked in
about.
and I was like, what the fuck? I was
What
like,
the
what the
fuck
fuck
could
is
you even
that?
check for in the pen?
I thought
Am I
I
dumb?
think, I thought he probably, what like I connect with that is
Uh-huh.
that he probably thought it was a pen that was disguised as an actual pen.
For those things?
I'm pretty sure they're like this super discreet.
Oh shit.
Yeah, cause there's a lot of varieties.
Uh-huh.
They're like super like obvious, like shit,
Yeah.
obvious shapes and shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
because I've seen like the wax pens and
yeah,
shit. That doesn't look like a fucking writing utensil.
yeah, but like I
They
had
have
one
those
in
hidden as
yeah
like pens and shit.
I've had one in the past where it was like it wasn't really hidden as a pen, but it was like this big,
Uh-huh.
and you could like put that anywhere in your sleeve
Well,
or
yeah, like
anything.
those are the ones I'm familiar with.
Yeah,
Like just like they're just like spherical objects. Like
yeah,
yeah, like a tube.
yeah. Like, but some of them are like pretty large and shit.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the long ones.
Yeah, the most of them are pretty long actually.
Okay.
But the the that was at least an 8 out of 10 burp. That was pretty
Fuck
cool.
does that mean? Fuck does the
It
8 out of 10 burp mean, bro?
was like good. I was gonna say distance, good length, girth, and like substance. You know.
Bro, I remember you remember Malcolm, bro? I
What about?
remember back in like elementary and middle school, he would burp and like blow it at people.
Oh
He'd go
yeah,
like "Eh."
that's a pretty good
Funny
attack.
thing about me, actually, I can't burp.
Mm,
It's like a medical thing. I don't know what's wrong with me. Um, but I can't burp. Like I know I feel the sensation, and sometimes like my throat feels funny
like
because I
full
know
kind
like
of.
yeah, because I know I have to burp,
Yeah.
and I make like frog noises, bro. Like involuntarily,
How the
involuntarily,
what does the frog make? Ribbit?
like a croak,
Like,
like a
or like
like a.
I don't know. I'm the opposite. I could burp at will, bro.
Well, I don't know if other people can hear it or what it sounds like to other people, but in my head, because obviously it's in my fucking throat, I
Yeah.
can know what it feels like. It feels like a.
Mm.
It happens a lot when like I eat really fast or like I just like you
Stuff
when
that
you
makes
would
you burp.
yeah stuff
Yeah.
that makes you burp. I have the sensation of burping, but I can't burp actually.
R.I.P. Bozo.
I didn't find out till recently. It's a lifelong thing.
Mm.
Cause I remember in elementary, I knew this kid named Scott. Shout out Scott. He had a twin brother
Oh, I remember them. Yeah.
named Steven. Shout out them. They're really cool. But I remember he would burp the alphabet,
Oh,
which isn't that cool. But I was in first grade, so I thought it was really
I was
cool.
about to say I could do that too, but
Oh,
then you said it wasn't that cool.
it's not that cool, bro. Like
Uh,
I'm an adult.
I could burp ethnic slurs.
Please don't. But I remember he would do that, and I was like, damn, like he could burp at will, cause I knew about burping, you
Mm.
know, but I didn't know you like that was a thing you could do. I thought it was just a thing that randomly happens, cause I had never experienced it. And I was like, damn, like I wonder like when I'm gonna burp.
Oh yeah, when my first burp's gonna come in.
I was a thing like that because I remember like I compared it to shit like your teeth falling out in
Mm.
my head. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like
Can't wait to
I'm just
burp.
a late bloomer.
You're late
You know,
burper.
like I remember I knew kids whose teeth had came out
Yeah.
and like mine didn't. So I was like, okay, like eventually I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing him like burp at will, and I was like, okay, like maybe it's like a skill like whistling
Yeah.
and like tying your shoes.
How do you, excuse me, sir, how do you burp?
And I remember I was asking him, I was like, bro, like how do you burp? Like how do you do that?
Mm.
And he would tell me like he would just say like a like a hella deep breath and like swallow. He told me like he would hold it in his throat and then just like
Yeah,
release it as a burp.
yeah.
And I kept trying to do it and I couldn't fucking figure it out until I think probably high school. I looked up like why I can't burp
Mm.
because at that point I was like, okay, like I'm just not
Maybe
gonna.
it's a little too late.
Yeah, like am I never gonna do this shit? Like what's up with that? I'm gonna be like the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin,
Oh yeah, but with
but my
burping.
virginity is fucking burping.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I burped before, but it'd be like
Not like loud, not audible.
non audible. It would just feel like I'll just be chilling there and I'll go like, "Mm,"
Mm.
and I burped. You know, probably like once or twice a year that
Oh
happens to
damn.
me. But I remember looking it up. It's like, oh, like why can't I burp? And I found a fucking subreddit about people that can't burp. It's like, okay, this is a fucking thing. And there's supposed to be like a treatment involving Botox that they inject into you and you can burp.
That
Because
doesn't sound worth it.
oh, because some people have pain.
Oh.
I just have the sensation and it bothers me a little bit, and like the croaking noise bothers me. It's not, it doesn't hurt. It's just like it's annoying.
Mm.
Like I don't want to keep doing that, and it's embarrassing sometimes. I remember one time my sister heard it. You know,
Mm.
sometimes my girlfriend hears it, and I feel like I feel a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
But some people on the subreddit, they're like, it hurts when they have the sensation and they can't like get rid of it. So there's like a treatment involving Botox into I think into the throat. It's not a super wide thing, but there's a doctor who does it I think in Arizona.
Mm.
And people like they talk about their experiences like going to him and getting the treatment done and being able to burp. And a lot of people are like, I had my first burp, and shit like that. And it's cool for them.
Yeah, it's kind of wholesome.
Yeah, it's
Weirdly
pretty
wholesome.
wholesome. And it's just really weird. It's like it's things like you don't really think about,
Yeah.
especially for you, because you could just burp. And maybe people at home like you didn't even know that there was a thing that people can't burp, and that's something I live with. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of unknown stuff out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of unknown stuff, a lot of weird like niche. I don't know if niche is the right word, but just like weird, like uncommon, rare, maybe even exotic conditions.
Yeah.
Like another thing that I have too is my hands get my body gets really cold, and my fingers get super numb and swollen.
Mm.
And the same thing happens with my feet. My feet get cold sometimes, and they get numb, and I can't feel them.
Oh damn.
So I had this drink that Abel put in the freezer, and I was like, okay, that's why I needed a napkin. It's still cold, still chilly, but it's not that cold.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when I
It's
go
not
to
as cold.
like to fast food and stuff, I ask for no ice,
Mm.
partly because I don't like the ice when it melts,
Yeah.
but also because it gets cold, and when I hold it, my fingers get like really red and swollen.
Mm. Yeah, that
Uh,
only happens to me in snow.
and I thought it was no, mine happens like with
Yeah.
holding cold stuff. Sometimes when I'm driving and I have the air on,
Mm.
because the air hits my hand,
Yeah.
and my hand gets really
Does
weird.
it hurt?
It hurts sometimes.
Mm.
So most of the time it just bothers me and it feels weird.
Yeah, it's probably like super sensitivity.
But I looked it up and it's like a condition.
That's probably like
Like I
something.
think it was like I think it's a syndrome.
It might have to do with something like super sensitive. Something super sensitive.
Mm.
Like it happens a lot sooner than it normally would.
Yeah, I'm super sensitive and it's like it's common enough where it's a syndrome, but
Yeah.
it's uncommon enough where it's a fucking syndrome. You know, it's not like a
I don't
disease
think. Yeah.
or like yeah, it's just a syndrome.
Yeah, because that sounds familiar, but it only happens when I like put my hand in fucking snow multiple times,
No, yeah, mine
and that shit
happens like
fucking hurt.
sometimes it's cold in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm driving with the AC on. I'm holding a fucking soda, you know, and it gets like that. That's really weird.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so just funny things about me and my body, I guess.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people, the message they give when they have like a lot of those type of things is like,
Uh,
kind of just be grateful for what you do have,
yeah,
because you
yeah.
never
Cause
know.
another thing too, like Abel's colorblind.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna understand what the fuck he sees. I ask him, and like, bro, do you know what color this is? Or like, bro, can you see this? And he's like, yeah, but we see it differently.
yeah,
Like,
like
I assume we just see it differently, and we wouldn't know.
yeah, like I have trouble kind of color matching clothes together, because
Yeah.
like even though I see different colors and they still match for me, what colors match for you and match for me,
Uh.
but if it's like different shades of colors, like I'm red green color blind, so like there's only a certain realm of colors I see differently.
Okay.
So if I'm like trying to match those kind of similar shades with different kinds of shades of colors,
Uh.
that's when it kind of gets weird.
Okay.
I think I was at Costco with my sister, and we were like looking through shit, and I remember there's been like a clothes section in Costco,
Uh.
and they had like fuzzy sweaters, and I was like, "Ooh, this fuzzy sweater looks kind of cool. How green is it?" And she was, and my sister cheering was on colorblind. She was like, "Oh, it's like kind of like similar to that shade of blue, like it's like that intensity." And I remember like people could hear us, and I was like thinking, damn, they probably think I'm fucking like stupid or something. Like I asked her what color it was and shit,
Yeah.
cause it looked like super. It looked. The thing with my vision is I don't really trust it, so it's kind of like it could be green, but it also could be like
Could be red.
it could be it could be red, could be super light gray.
Mm.
So it's like I
Okay.
kind of question myself.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I have to ask for like validation, kind of.
Okay. Just yeah, just to be sure. Like I remember you've asked me before, like, hey
Yeah,
bro, what color is this?
yeah,
Or like today, I don't know if that's why you asked me if your
yeah,
shirt matched your
yeah. I
your
can't tell. I
sweater.
can't tell if this is like white or like cream.
It's like a cream.
Yeah, that's why I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of confused. I was like, is it cream? Is it just the lighting in my room?
Yeah.
Like that type of shit. Like
Yeah, like
lighting
sometimes
really
I'll
throws
ask
me off.
I'll check that with lighting, sometimes I get
Yeah.
confused. But yeah, I know with you it's really like
Mm.
advanced.
Yeah. Like a big instance, not really big like important, but like big where it was really notable was when we were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing fucking Warzone. It was I think it was me, was it Michelle?
I think it was. I remember it was me and someone else.
Yeah, it might have been Michelle
Hmm.
or Jose. Doesn't matter. But Abel was the only one alive.
Yeah.
We had got it wiped out by one guy, and he was wearing a fucking bright red skin, and he was like in a bush shooting at us from below. We were on like a roof,
Yeah.
and he was in a bush. He just happened to be there shooting us. And Abel couldn't fucking see him. And I was like, bro, he's right fucking there. He's right there. Bro, look, you could see him in the fucking bush. And Abel's red
Yeah.
green colorblind, so like the red of the skin with the leaves and shit, he couldn't see him.
Yeah. All blends together for me. Well, blends together more than it would for you.
Yeah, and then after I was like, oh shit, you're fucking colorblind. That's why.
Yeah.
You're not just dumb. You are dumb,
Yeah.
but that wasn't to blame.
Yeah. That's like I think there's someone has told me that the my vision now, the
Uh,
way I kind of discern stuff is by movement. So like I'm super sensitive to movements.
okay.
If I see like something like super small move, I like turn to it because that's how like I see.
I think I'm like that though.
Yeah, like in general, like that's the only way I could see
Well, I think I'm like
for
maybe
distance.
maybe well, you know how they say like when you lose like like a sense,
Mm.
your other ones
Like
are hiding. Like
hiding,
if you're
yeah,
deaf, no, if you're blind, you hear really good.
yeah, or
You
like the
know?
opposite for if you're deaf, yeah.
And like I think when people were blind too, I saw this. I remember I read this thing in like language arts class where there's a guy and he's blind and he does like so like kind of
Oh
echolocation.
yeah,
He goes like
yeah, I seen that.
to like kind of move around and he rides like a bike like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's kind of like it might be kind of like that where you're a little more sensitive to like movement
Yeah,
because you're overcompensating for like the lack of color.
yeah, I can't really see like
And me,
past
I need
backgrounds.
glasses to see.
Yeah,
Like I can't read stuff from far that
yeah,
well.
it's probably something similar then too, because if
Like
it's far,
I don't really know what that says right there.
mm, the Expedition
I
3X.
thought it could. I can kind of tell
Yeah.
because I can see like form in general,
Mm.
but it could say expedition. It could say exposition.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't really know. So I feel like maybe because of that too, I see something move out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, huh?
yeah.
You know,
I could.
it's like a
Yeah, it's
like I've
similar.
noticed myself staring at fucking blades of grass,
Mm.
because the wind moved a little bit,
Oh yeah,
and
I
I'll go
feel that.
like, huh?
Yeah.
Like something moved, and it's a fucking blade of grass.
Or like sometimes when I go, like I think it happened literally yesterday when I went to work with my dad.
Uh-huh.
I had to like cut off like certain like things that were sticking out of grass because the grass itself wasn't that long, so I just had to cut off like specifically separate
Okay.
portions. And he would be like, "Hey, what the fuck is that?" And I'd be like, "Huh?" And I would have to like kind of like get on its level to see the different.
Oh,
Yeah, because it all blends into me, so it's kind of silly.
yeah. Oh, so that's really bad for you because you're a fucking gardener and
Yeah,
you're red
when I
team
do need to like
colorblind.
cut shit, yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's interesting. Or like when you're mowing the lawn, you could kind of see the lines usually.
Yeah.
And but for me, it needs to be super specific type of grass because then I
Oh,
can't see
okay.
the lines.
Okay. Oh shit.
So last week we were talking about like Twitch stuff.
Yeah.
The situation was girls started like being more like open and
Actually, sorry if we fucking forgot what the fuck Abel's gonna say.
yeah,
We just forgot what the fuck it was.
yeah. It doesn't really.
We went on a tangent about fucking burping and
Yeah,
fucking color blindness and my hands.
that's really how this thing really works. We
Yeah, that's
just go
really
on
how it works.
tangents.
It's I think it's good
Yeah, it's like a
because
train
it
of
can go
thought.
anywhere, but
Yeah,
it's bad because sometimes we forget what
yeah,
we're gonna say because we don't have anything written down.
yeah. We'll remember it eventually. I
Yeah,
think. If
maybe
not, well, yeah,
when I'm editing, I'll be like, oh, actually, this is what you were gonna say.
yeah. They could bring it back
Uh,
next week.
yeah, I probably could.
Yeah. All right. But talking about the Twitch thing, last week we were talking about the fact that girls were like go on cam like showing like most of their breast.
Yeah,
and they would kind of like try to
like this,
yeah get viewers and shit
and
by
their
doing that.
nipples would be outside of frame.
Yeah, and a lot of people were like, "Hey, like, what's going on? Like, why are they doing this?" And Twitch didn't really respond at that time.
Uh,
But more girls were going in and doing it. If you open the thing, if you'd open Twitch and you would go to like gaming and shit or like the chatting section, you would see that.
yeah, I remember. I told Abel I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, I'm gonna check Twitch, to see what happens,"
Yeah, for
and I went on the just chatting genre,
yeah,
and like the fucking third video was one of those,
yeah. It
you
was
know. And
it was pretty.
I use Twitch,
Yeah.
but I'm subscribed to like some guy that plays fucking 2K,
Mm,
some girl that would fucking play Five Nights at Freddy's, bro.
yeah.
Like nothing related to that,
Yeah. It's not.
you know.
It's super like out there. Like it's promoted to you.
Yeah, yeah, it's super easy to find.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been on there in a while. I in specific like super niche communities, fucking 2K basketball,
Mm,
you know?
yeah.
That's mainly what I
I've
watch.
tried Twitch, but I
Fucking
couldn't.
Oscar
Oh yeah.
from PHS. Shout out Oscar. I'll probably link him if
Mm,
you want to go check out his Twitch. He plays stuff sometimes. Um, but yeah, it's just super easy. Like I remember I checked like I wonder. Oh, it was when they had announced, if this is what you were gonna say,
mm,
when Twitch
yeah.
they allowed artistic
Yeah.
nudity.
Yeah. I'll go more into detail.
Yeah, well, I already said it.
Yeah.
So Twitch they allowed artistic nudity.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
let me just lead into that. That way
yeah,
you
yeah.
get into that. There, people were like complaining, "Oh, why aren't they doing anything?" And Twitch finally released something, and everybody's like, "All right, let's see what they added." They're like, "All right, instead of like punishing them, now we're gonna like make our rules more open so they can do that and more." And
Hmm.
that's kind of ways some
Yeah,
people.
yeah. So it said artistic nudity. So that entails, for me, anyways. I don't know what entirely is covered by artistic
I have
nudity,
examples.
but I know like body paint
Mm,
is covered. I don't know what else would be covered. Do you know?
yeah. Uh, I saw a video of Most Critical Charlie,
Uh-huh.
and he said there was a lot of furry images, like furry explicit acts,
Mm,
anime stuff in that way,
mm,
and just like a bunch of channels and artists painting it and doing it like themselves for people to like see, and they would just be like right there.
okay.
Like the only thing I would kind of like people would get mad because it wouldn't tell you 18 plus until you actually clicked on it. Then it'd be like, oh, by the way, this is for 18 plus. If you
Okay.
want to continue, press continue.
Okay. Or it would be like a pop up from Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of like being like, okay, this is a separate section,
Uh-huh.
it would just be like a separate little warning.
Oh
But
shit.
who everybody's gonna be like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
okay.
remember being a little kid and not to the same extent,
Mm,
but fucking like DisneyChannel.com and like Cartoon Network, they'd be like, oh, like go with your parents' permission. And I didn't fucking ask my parents to go there. You
damn.
know? Or then being probably like a teen and then
Mm,
going to like adult themed sites.
yeah, adult themed.
And they would be like, oh, you're over 18, and I would just say yeah.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
who's gonna stop?
I think we've all done that. We've all
Yeah,
fucking done that eventually at some point. Um yeah, it's hard to moderate, and especially on like adult sites where you don't need an account. But
yeah,
on
that's true.
Twitch, most people have an account. I don't think you need one.
No, you don't need
I know
one.
most people have one, and it should
Yeah,
be like, okay, it shouldn't be open if you're underage. It
yeah.
shouldn't come up. Because I remember kind of going on what you were saying. When I found that out, I remember I sent to table like, oh look, like they're allowing it under artistic.
Mm,
For me, it just meant body paint. I didn't know that stuff was covered, but I thought body paint.
yeah, it does mean body paint too.
Because I remember seeing that stuff on like YouTube and seeing that stuff on like
Yeah.
Instagram, where you like it's a girl like in cos like example, a girl would paint herself like the blue girl from the X-Men,
Yeah, I've seen that one before, I
and you
think.
could see her nipple, but it's body paint. You know, it's to show the body paint, but it shows nudity. So that's kind of what I assumed it meant only. I don't know what else artistic would have meant. I didn't think fucking anime stuff was covered.
Yeah.
But I remember like, oh, like I wonder like how easy it is to find, you know? And I scrolled a little bit, and it was probably like the third or fourth video that was recommended on the just chatting, but it said 18 plus in the stream title.
Description or title, yeah.
Yeah, because it says like, oh, like X is live. This is what we're doing, and it said 18 plus, whatever the fuck,
Yeah,
you know?
who, yeah. It's even then, it's like who's that
But even
gonna
then, like
stop?
you have to like heed the warning. You
Mm,
know, like a kid could see that and be like, hmm,
So,
so what? You know?
yeah.
and you can just click on it easily. It's very easy to access.
I guess the main reason people were upset is because the site itself is was built off games
Yeah.
and gaming, kind of like a child-centered thing.
Uh-huh.
Because everybody just games on there. People watch people play games. People watch people for their personality to play games and shit.
Hmm.
And people were getting mad because as time went on, there was more people taking it over with like their looks instead of their
Uh-huh.
skills or their entertainment value.
Yeah, but I feel like
At that point,
to
it's gonna happen
counter
eventually.
that,
Mm,
like I don't like expansion.
mm,
You know, having the platform be open to like non-gamers.
yeah,
You know, like you have stuff like Kai Cenat.
yeah, that's
He's one of
true.
the biggest streamers, and he doesn't really play games. He just hangs
Yeah.
out. The other day, he had fucking Nicki Minaj
Oh damn,
on stream with him.
it's pretty cool.
You know these girls who were just hanging out. You know, letting their titties hang out. Um, you're just, it's attracting viewers, traffic to the site.
Mm,
So it's like I feel like everything starts with something in mind, but at a certain point, if they want to expand, they have to do different things. And some of that implies like, okay, like we have to abandon this,
mm.
like what we started. It was good, but we do a lot better
Yeah,
if we open up to non-gaming,
they really
you
did
know?
expand before, because before they would ban you for if you weren't gaming for long enough.
Okay. Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like super super niche gaming thing before, and it
Uh,
kind of grew more into mainstream. And well, they ended up rolling back the policy. They backtracked on it,
yeah.
and they kind of said, "Oh, whoops, my bad." Kind of like a silly little, what's it called? Like I don't know, a lot of silly company decisions.
Uh,
Like it seems kind of rushed decision to come out with the first thing in the first place,
uh.
and now they're coming out with that. Like oh, kind of roll back on it, and yeah, we'll just see what happens from then. I wonder how this gonna change.
Yeah.
I
Well,
heard
I think they took it back.
they're taking back.
Yeah. No, they took back the expansion.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah,
said that artistic nudity was fine, and then later they're like, okay, never mind.
yeah. They took it back.
Yeah.
Uh, the thing that was like also kind of crazy. People were saying was even while it was still up, the rules
Uh,
they were still banning people for doing it. They were
okay.
like, oh, you're going too far, you're going too far. But in the rule, they're just following the rules.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's hard to explain what too far is if
Yeah,
you're allowing artistic nudity.
yeah, and also like a lot.
Like what? Like would naked yoga be covered or no?
Yeah, I think
You know,
it would, but also I feel like Twitch in general just gives out bans like
it's kind of willy nilly.
yeah, willy nilly like it's their whim.
Yeah.
It's on their whim. If they
It
feel
just
like
really
it,
depends on who the fuck moderates it.
yeah,
Which moderator receives a report?
yeah,
Who comes across like it's up to their interpretation.
yeah, that's true.
You know.
It's a good point.
Um, Kind of on that, it reminds me of like YouTube when like there's a lot of like weird stuff up on there,
Hmm.
and like there's like breastfeeding,
Oh yeah,
and there's like I said, naked yoga, and like educational like shaving
yeah.
videos
I remember the videos
of
from
the
that.
Nair guy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
um, but it's like what the fuck, like how do you enforce that? Like what's educational and what's not
Yeah, it's
educational?
kind of,
You know?
I haven't seen the videos, but I've
For
seen video.
YouTube. For
Yeah.
YouTube, it's education. For Twitch, it's artistic. Well, it was. But for YouTube, it's educational. It's like,
Mm.
what the fuck? Where's the cutoff? Like, how do you deem something educational and how do you not?
Yeah, the thing that's hard with that too is people are people. They know how to
Yeah.
disguise it.
Yeah.
Like I think I've seen a video talking about those type of videos and how some of the breastfeeding ones they would like purposefully like lean into like the people that watch them specifically to like get off.
Okay.
They would be like, oh, like they would show their full body instead, or they would like leave it on leave the camera on there for too long, even when the kid wasn't there and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like they said like you could kind of tell when mom's actually doing it for education. Like she'll be like really quick and concise about it. When the other ones would be like, oh, like
Well, yeah, you like the viewer can tell, but
mm,
I mean it from
like yeah,
like
like
a
the
moderation
moderator. Yeah,
standpoint.
that's why it's harder to fucking tell because
Yeah.
like at that point it's like, okay, can you prove I'm doing it like that
And
though?
you could just claim like, oh no, it was educational. Like you're just
Yeah,
looking at it wrong.
yeah,
You
that's
know?
true. It's all about yeah. It's really hard to
Yeah, like
enforce.
okay, you're making it sexual, but I was just showing them how to do it.
Yeah.
You know? Shit like that. It's really weird. It's like such a like a up to your interpretation,
Mm,
you know? Um,
it's
yeah,
pretty fun.
I remember shit like that was like really rampant on YouTube. I remember watching videos how like there was like playlists of stuff like that made, of
Oh damn.
like people because you could make playlists and make them public.
Mm.
You know, like they're not your videos,
Yeah,
but
they
you
could
just
like
compile
grab it.
them. You know, compile them and other people can see them. And I remember someone was like, "Oh, there's like playlist of it got really dark actually
Mm.
because they were saying I looked it up for my own research on this. Um, I couldn't find anything though, but they were saying that you could look up like Family Guy full episodes
Oh damn.
playlists, and in the playlist like it would have some Family Guy clips,
Uh,
and then as you scroll down, it had like hundreds of videos. It would get like really weird like sexual content
oh
after
damn.
in the Family Guy playlist,
That's kind of
and that
crazy.
there was like something supposedly something dark with it. And then some of the videos supposedly
Mm.
had like possibly underage people,
Oh damn.
and that they were linked to like
Rings and shit.
trafficking and rings,
That's crazy.
because people in the comments would like comment numbers, and like there would be like links being shared. And suppose I remember one, there was a Family Guy. Oh, actually, bro, there's a Family Guy channel,
Mm.
and in their videos at the end, or like kind of squeezed in the clip, like it'd be a regular Family Guy clip,
Yeah.
and or like a full episode. I don't know what it was, but in between or at the end, they would show like a child or some shit, like a kid in like a weird way, and in the description they had a link to a Telegram. If you don't know what
Oh
Telegram
damn.
is, Telegram is like a chat app, kind of like a WhatsApp. That's kind of the way I could describe it.
Yeah, I've never really understood it.
If you know what WhatsApp is, it's just a chatting app where you don't need like your phone number.
Mm.
Like you make an account. I know in like Mexico, it's popular as a social media app.
Mm.
I use it to talk to like my cousins and my aunts and uncles and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I've tried to get on it for like I think there's like a lot of like fashion stuff like early release shit, and I tried to get on it for that,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but I didn't understand this. I was like, oh fuck that.
Yeah, I have it as a chat app. I talk to my aunt, I talk to my cousins.
Mm.
Um, but Telegram is a similar thing, and the big like selling point is it's encrypted.
Mm. Oh damn, super anonymous.
Well, I know WhatsApp is too.
Mm.
WhatsApp is encrypted too. But Telegram you can make like a group, and this was a YouTuber conducting like a deep dive type thing, and the Telegram they said that it was kind of linked to that, and that it could have been like a ring or something of that sort. And I looked it up for myself to see if this was like something that's still on the platform, and it
Yeah.
wasn't. Thankfully, right? Thankfully, it's not there anymore. But there's just people looking for ways to do shit like that on public apps, you know?
Yeah, that's fucking scary.
It's really scary because you don't really know what the fuck it is. And like, I like Family Guy.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
you could just
sometimes I
stumble
watch
onto
fucking
it.
Family Guy clips, and then you're watching a Family Guy clip, and there's like a weird fucking picture of a kid in it.
Yeah,
You
super.
know, and it was big. Like it had a lot of subscribers. I think they're taken down. I think the channel was taken down
Mm.
because they reported it.
Oh damn.
Um, but it was like a big channel that would post Family Guy clips, and some people were like, oh, like it could be like a way to get past like copywriting. So I think it was four. It might have been four episodes.
Mm.
Like, oh, maybe they showed it to like get past copyright restrictions, to get past like the bot that checks for that.
What the fuck? Hey, no ranking, bro. George, big dog. What the fuck? Mr. Pants.
There's cats in Abel's backyard.
They doing the dirty
Yeah, doing the deed.
against George's will, bro.
Yeah, George is a girl cat.
Yeah, I named her George.
Before he knew she was a girl. Um. Oh yeah, they were saying it was a way to
Oh
get
yeah.
past like copyright restrictions, which I even kind of makes sense. But it was also weird because there'd be people in the comments like commenting like numbers or like oh like hearts and stuff like that, and people were like, oh, these are like pedophiles, which it could be worst case scenario that is what it is,
Yeah.
or maybe people were just looking at it too deep,
Yeah, that's true. The
you know?
connecting dots that aren't there.
Yeah, yeah, like it's a reach, like okay, like there's just people watching Family
I
Guy,
just
it's a reach, man.
I seen that there's like super popular on Discord too.
Hmm.
Because I think I seen a video of a guy. I watched the YouTuber and that was one of his videos I made, and I was like, creeps on Discord. Sounds kind of interesting. Like
Yeah,
more on Discord sometimes.
I am on the Discord.
And people, and it's just like super deep and shit. Like you go into like a certain thing, then you have to like verify it, like verify that you're like not bad for them.
Uh, what's
So
that? What are we talking about?
like to join a server,
Uh-huh.
and the
What
server
kind of server?
like that shares like illicit pictures of like really bad stuff,
Okay.
and they kind of like have you prove that you're not like against them, kind of,
Okay.
and then they'll let you into the server, and I don't know what happens from there. But I just know that there's those exist
Yeah, yeah, I
out
know
there,
those exist too.
and it's like they're I don't know how popular they are, but there's enough of them out there for it to be
Like
like
one of them out there is a problem.
yeah. So there's a good amount of them out there for
Mhm.
sure, and it's just like so weird because that's like super like mainstream internet too.
Yeah, Discord is pretty fucking like. I think Telegram is kind of out there.
Yeah, a little out there.
Like I don't think I know anyone who uses Telegram. I know people who use WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Like my family, my mom uses it to talk to my fucking aunts and uncles, because I don't think she has like international minutes or something like
Mm.
that. But I know Telegram is kind of out there. I know a lot of like fucking right wingers were on Telegram
Yeah.
when they were getting banned for like Instagram and shit like that. Um, but Discord's pretty big.
Yeah, it's really big.
Discord's fucking huge.
It's really popular and shit too, and it's just they're just there doing it.
Yeah,
I it was so fucking weird, dude. It was so I don't know. Like if that's what's happening in like the super like open parts,
yeah.
imagine what's happening like deep down in the crevices of the internet.
Mm. Deep web type shit, bro.
Yeah, deep web. That's it. If I knew how to navigate it, I would still would not go there, bro. Well, I heard that there's like a lot of stuff that isn't really bad.
Yeah,
It's just kind of like hidden. So I don't know.
but I know there is a lot of bad stuff.
Mm.
But even then, like, is it real? Because like, if you get scammed on the deep web, you can't report that to anyone.
Yeah.
Because I know there, this YouTuber named Mudahar.
Mm.
Shout out fucking Mudahar. Probably my favorite Indian person ever. Um,
Pretty valid.
he would do like deep web searches and stuff like
Mm.
that. And there's websites called Red Rooms.
Oh, yeah, I think it was
That I think you watch someone and what the fuck do you see him?
you watched event that's usually illegal. Like a lot of the more common beliefs are like someone getting tortured and killed.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And there's some that you have to pay like Bitcoins to access, but it's like, okay, is that real or are they just scamming weird people out of
I
Bitcoin?
feel like most of them are scams.
Yeah, I feel like
There's a
yeah,
lot of
most of them
hitman
would be.
sites too.
Yeah, there's a lot of hitman sites. I know there's a lot of hitman sites that are run by like the FBI.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, where there's fucking Rent a Hitman too, or
Yeah.
the one I talked about, I did a video on it one time. I'll leave the video in the description if you haven't seen it. It was really silly. People would apply to to hire a hitman, and they'd get arrested. There was a guy who applied to fucking get a job as a hitman.
I
Eh,
think yeah, I think I see something about that too.
Yeah. But yeah, I know it's a lot of it's scams, but there has to be some real like
Yeah,
legitimate ones.
there has to be.
I remember I read this story. I might have been on Reddit, so maybe it was fake. But there was some guy who accessed the deep web, and he was like looking for I don't know what it was, but like weird stuff. Like he came across like a weird site, and he ended up getting like an email or like a message. Someone took a picture of him in public and sent it to him,
That's really crazy.
and they were like, "Oh, like I know where you're at. You know, like I know what you do. Like I know,
Yeah,
I see you. You know." And then I think the guy he went like to eat or something, and they took a picture of him and sent it to him. You know, so it could be fake. It could be like a weird, like a story.
there's a
You
lot
know?
of stories of like those online, like saying, "Oh, I can see you through your webcam." I get a message from that, like while they're surfing the deep web.
Yeah,
I seen like a lot of those type of things.
yeah, but I think this guy he was getting like phone text messages.
Mm.
He was on the deep web and he would get them like to his phone or like his email maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was like probably like within the day,
Mm.
you know?
That is pretty
But
crazy.
it's like that could be fake. It could be someone making shit up because it sounds cool, or maybe just a story that's not meant to be real, but they didn't disclose that it was fake.
That's true.
You know, shit like that. It's really weird to tell online. Um, but I know it could be like a really weird place.
There's a big story about something called Silk Road. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, yeah, I did actually. The
Yeah,
Silk Road was an ancient trade route in Asia that went from China to Europe, and it was called the Silk Road because China was a big exporter of silk, the material. And that's how, you know, a lot of people got their silk, but it wasn't limited to only silk. A lot of it was like silk or like porcelain, like plates and stuff like that.
Well, we're not talking about
spices,
that type of
and
Silk Road.
they would get from China to like Europe and different parts of the old world.
Well, that was the inspiration for this Silk Road, where they called it the Silk Road. It was a drug trade, or not really drug trade, but like,
No way.
yeah, it was like this sort of like hub for trading a
Yeah,
bunch of like mainly drugs, but there was like
yeah,
services,
yeah.
shit like that, hacking services, stolen credit cards, and shit like that.
And
And
sometimes it was just like regular things too.
yeah, like it was a bunch of shit, and it was really
Basically, like
big.
a eBay that included
Yeah,
more. I assume there's a list of things on eBay and Craigslist, especially, but it was included more illicit things
yeah,
than normal.
and it was like super popular and shit, and it was like a whole big.
Sorry.
It was like a whole big thing where the FBI was like trying to crack down on it and they couldn't because it was like really hard,
Yeah.
and they kind of just imploded within themselves. I guess there was like a lot of inward drama,
Uh huh.
and there was like a lot of death threats and a lot of shit like that, a lot of money being tossed around, and it was just at the end it ended up with just being one guy scamming everybody,
Hmm.
and he took the whole thing down just for him trying to scam everybody.
I kind of know what happened. I don't know if
Yeah,
you know. I watched the video talking about the
I
Silk
watched the
Road.
video, but I forgot.
So there was like a known thing where like people would they would come in like as new sellers,
Hmm.
start off legitimately to gain trust, and then it was like a rug pull.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the new people like, okay, we're not doing it. We're just taking your money, and you can't really do anything about it. And they ended up tracking like one guy who was super notorious for doing it.
Mm.
And he would like just make new accounts and make new accounts and just keep scamming people. And I think it was the one guy who ended up being like the owner of it.
Mm.
He got in touch with someone to like now I think they were like a biker gang, maybe like the Heaven's Angels, Hell's
I was
Angels,
into.
or some shit like that. It was in Canada, I think, to kill him,
Mm.
to kill him. But it ended up not being them, and it was like the FBI
It was FBI.
or some shit. It was like a government agency, and or maybe it was I think it might have been the scammer
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
It was a scammer himself, and he ended up like hired like telling the scammer to like kill him.
Oh, I understand what happened now.
Yeah, yeah,
So the guy hired the scammer to kill the scammer,
yeah, yeah.
and the scammer would be like, "Oh, I need more money to kill this guy." And then
Uh huh.
it got to the point where this guy, the owner of the site, would just keep using the scammer to try to carry out more hits, and the
Yeah.
scammer would just be scamming him the whole time. It was fucking funny.
And then he ended up getting arrested. The
Yeah,
main guy. I don't know what the scammer did.
I don't
Maybe
know.
not. But
Maybe arrested also.
I know the main guy got taken down.
Yeah.
And he got arrested. It was like a super huge thing, like the owner of the Silk Road, and he got taken down because he really wanted one guy killed.
Yeah.
And he's in jail now. It's really funny though. It's really funny how shit like that happens because
Yeah.
it's like people get like a air of like power,
Yeah.
and they're like, okay, I can fucking do anything. I
And the
can get this guy.
smallest things
Yeah, I
too.
can get this guy taken out. You know, I can get this guy taken out. I can get this at.
Yeah,
Cause I
power is so interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially how it happens in like really weird ways. Like the dark web
Mm,
isn't a super huge thing.
mm,
You know, like if you really look at it, it's not a lot of people who were on it, and a lot of people were on the Silk Road, but
mm.
relatively not really.
Yeah, not
You know,
to the purpose of the world.
so he really let that power go to him, and even on a smaller scale, I know there was this guy. Okay, Club Penguin.
Mm.
You know Club Penguin. I don't know if you guys remember Club Penguin. Shout out Club Penguin. I love Club Penguin. When Club Penguin got taken down, there was a lot of like fan Club Penguins made, like fan servers.
Oh, yeah, like fan made servers.
Uh-huh. So it was a lot of them were like just Club Penguin, but now like you didn't have to pay
Mm.
membership. I remember you had to like buy like a membership card like at the store
No,
to
the
have like Club Penguin membership. I might have talked about this before, but I remember I used to play Club Penguin and I was mad because my penguin was bald and he had no drip because you needed a membership to buy the cool clothes.
mm,
Because the free clothes was never updated. They always had the same ones available.
yeah.
And if you had a membership, you could buy like drippy clothes and have certain colors for your penguin that not everyone could have. And they had little pets. And as a free account, you could only have a red one or a blue one.
No, the
But they had all sorts of colors. They had orange ones, they had black ones, white ones, green ones. And you could only get them if you had a membership. If you had a
mm,
free account, you could only get a red or blue one. And I remember I was mad. But back to this. So there was fan made sites where you didn't need a membership, and
Yeah.
everyone had access to stuff. And when it had just started, there was like probably like a couple big Club Penguin sites, like fan sites made. And then I think one of them he kept like, oh fuck, I watched a video about this recently and the old one, but I remember he kept like targeting the smaller ones to take them down, so all the players would have to go to his site.
Yeah.
Like he would do like raids and shit like that. And there was like two main ones, and I remember he ended up getting busted for crimes against underage people because he would ask in exchange for mod status
Mm.
for like pictures and stuff like that from underage individuals that he
That's
knew was underage.
that's
They
right.
had like a Discord thing, and again back to Discord. Um, he'd be like, "Oh, okay, like I'll give you mod if you send me like a video or send me pictures," and they ended up getting taken down because he ended up getting reported to like the proper authorities.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully. And it gets really weird because that again, like that's a super small. It's smaller than Silk Road, a fucking Club Penguin
Yeah.
fan site. They ended up getting taken down because of that. And there was like in drama with like the owners, like the heads of
Mm.
the channel, the heads of the servers.
Yeah, but power gets like super in your head for anything.
Yeah,
Like, isn't
especially like weird people, like
yeah.
like um weird people. They kind of they feel like on top of stuff.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, like I could have a fucking Discord server, and I'm not gonna act weird.
Yeah, I feel that
You
too.
know,
Yeah, like I don't know. Some people have like a really
maybe
sort
you
of need for
would.
power. Wow. Some people have a sort of need for power and shit.
Yeah.
And I know like Growlera.
Hmm.
There's like a whole form of currency and shit.
Okay, if you don't know, there's this app on the phone called Growl Online Era. Um,
Super small.
it's a really small game. I don't know how big it is now. I used to play it since like sixth grade,
It used to
but
be bigger.
basically it's like an online MMO game, and you have a little character, and it's kind of gangster themed,
Mm,
and that's really it.
yeah.
Like I remember at the time, like it would have like 3,000 online concurrent members.
Yeah, now it's really less, way
Now
less.
now is it small?
Like around 1K, around there, around
Okay,
1K.
during prime hours.
Yeah, during
So I
prime
remember
hours.
seeing it reach probably like 5,000.
Yeah, during like those are more during like events and shit. Like
I remember
during
seeing it that
Christmas.
much like often when
Mm,
I would play
mm,
constantly.
yeah, right now probably reaches at like probably reaches 3K during Christmas
Okay.
because it's like a whole big event where you can get
Uh-huh.
like super rich. But going back to like even with that, if you have like a lot of the currency in that game, a game with like super small amount of members, people would like act really like differently.
Uh-huh.
They would act like they're rich in real life. Like it would actually change them. They know that because I would play a game and people would tell me, oh, like you're the first rich person like you're the nicest rich person I ever met in this game. And the people, most people don't even talk to me and shit. They just ignore my messages and shit. I'm just like, that's so weird to me. Like they get like a sort of like higher form of class and shit from
Yeah.
having more stuff in the game. And I feel like that kind of just made me realize like people get fucking power chips from this game, imagine how it would be with like more important stuff and like the people that are in power right now.
Like even smaller important stuff
Yeah,
like a Club Penguin server would have more users than fucking that app.
yeah,
You know, the Silk Road would have more users than that. But there's people who are like fucking police officers, bro.
yeah.
Fucking
It's a
police
big one.
officers, fucking employers,
Mm,
um, politicians,
yeah, it's a lot of ego
CEOs.
shit.
There's a lot of ego stuff. And I know there's a saying that if it's a super dumb saying, it's a fucking rapper. And he says that it's in Spanish, but he's like, if you think money doesn't change you, like you're just not making money,
Mm,
like enough money. And I assume there'd be a certain point where you kind of do start changing
yeah,
because of that.
there has to be.
But it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
Because perfect example, my parents.
Mm,
My parents, they're I guess landlords
mm.
of an apartment complex. A lot of people have like negative connotations for landlords. They think they're like
Tip
bad.
your landlords.
Yeah, they're bad people and stuff like that. But I swear my parents are good landlords. They don't, because they don't own
Yeah,
anything. They're just employees. They just collect rent and rent out apartments. When people own it, they kind of, again, they let the power go to their head.
yeah.
But I remember the owner. So the owner, he's a super rich guy. He owns like probably like 50 apartment
Mm.
complexes. He drives a fucking Bentley. He goes on vacation constantly in like Africa, and he owns houses in Spain.
That's
He's a
dope.
rich guy. He had like a friend working for him, and he was relatively rich. Not as rich as the owner.
Mm.
He was relatively rich. He had different cars. He had a nice house. Sorry. When COVID happened, this guy, he was a at-risk individual,
Mm.
and he got it bad. He was in a coma. He lost the ability to talk.
Oh damn.
I don't know what's up with him now. But somehow the owner during that, he ended up finding out that he was like scamming. Like he was taking money,
Mm.
like funneling money for himself. So he just like he cut him off, his own friend.
Yeah.
He cut him off. Rightly so. If your friend's scamming you, you should cut
Yeah.
him off. But I remember it was really bad because he was like super sick at the time.
Mm.
Ended up getting cut off. So since he was like the supervisor, he was like in charge of like all the landlords who worked
Mm.
for the property management company.
Yeah.
After that, the the people who got promoted to that job was like the receptionist,
Mm.
and I don't know what this other woman did, but she was like second. I was second in command to him,
Mm.
to the supervisor.
Probably his assistant or something.
Yeah, so they both got promoted up to that.
Mm.
And my dad would always say like, "Fuck, like they kind of let that shit go to their heads, dude. Like they're like kind of
Mm.
fucked up now, and they
Yeah.
don't really talk." I remember my dad. It was a receptionist, so even whenever you get there, he would like have like cool conversations with her and shit like
Yeah.
that. You're like, "Damn, like, she's fucking different. She's my sister's fucking godmother, bro." And like now she's hella weird and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's like little power like that, bro, fucking gets to people, and they're not really in charge of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they don't fucking
At that
own
point, like
anything.
money's a big one. Even if you were raised in
Yeah,
money, it's still like you get kind of have that air around you,
yeah, yeah,
like the arrogance. Like I guess some people find it attractive, like having confidence, but at some point it gets arrogance,
yeah, yeah.
and it just gets kind of like weird. Like, why you acting like that, bro? Like we're all living,
Hmm.
we're all just chilling in life.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it gets really bad sometimes, bro, with like people letting like that shit get to them and like changing up.
Mm,
Cause obviously you're gonna change naturally if you fucking get
yeah.
money, like in good
Yeah,
ways.
it comes with like, well, for me, when the first change I think of is like more security in yourself and like
Yeah,
in your life. You have no like not as much worries.
yeah, but there's a lot of people who like on like negative ways.
Mm,
They're like kind of change up like, oh, like I'm not gonna talk to you no more because I got money.
yeah.
Like for example, like say like this fucking YouTube channel goes off, and then I stop talking to like my old friends
Mm,
from like high school and shit because I got clout
yes,
and I'm a fucking
I see that being done.
niche internet celebrity. Like
Yeah,
it's super dumb to me, I think. But maybe we're just not making money.
that's true.
But yeah, just shit like that, like people changing up and people
For me, I think it would
like
kind of be the
forgetting about what's
opposite.
really important.
Yeah, I feel like for me it would kind of be the opposite, where I would like kind of cherish my older friends more, because
Yeah,
they've been
cause
there
they
for when
would.
I was.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah,
of that too. Like you, bro. I've fucking known you for like 10 years,
yeah.
bro.
So it's like different. It's like okay, you've been there when I was like down, and now I'm up. Like
Uh huh.
you're gonna be one of my better friends, because now everybody just sees me when I'm up, so they're gonna want me.
Yeah, yeah. Like they're just looking for you because you're up,
Yeah.
but you've been there when I wasn't up. You know, it's shit like that. I think it's really important. But I don't know. Maybe when I get 1 million subscribers, I'm gonna change up, and I'm not gonna talk to any of y'all.
We'll see. We'll
We'll
see.
see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
That's pretty much it for me. Yeah.
Kind of actually on the topic of the Discord.
Mm.
Um, taking it back to Discord. Do you remember the Thug Shaker Central?
Oh yeah, the guy that leaked documents.
Yeah. So if you don't know, this was like a super big news story, but I know a lot of people didn't know the details.
Yeah,
It's not super old, kind of old though.
couple months.
Like earlier this year.
Mm.
Um, so there were important government documents that were leaked on Discord, and the guy got arrested for them. This guy, he he was on Discord. He was the owner of I think a Minecraft Discord server called Thug Shaker Central. And he was on there like bragging that he had access like clearance for like super confidential government secrets.
Mm.
I think he just worked HR.
Mm.
So he had access to them. He didn't have fucking clearance.
Yeah, you just kind of like could look at them,
He just could look at them, but he wasn't like,
like allowed to.
yeah, he wasn't like a super like in the loop individual. He was
Mm.
just HR or some shit like that, some weird shit like that. And he was like, yeah, like fuck you, like I have access to this, and I think some guy was like, fucking prove it then,
Yeah.
and he ended up like showing like, oh yeah, look, I have access to this from the fucking Pentagon, and this from the government, and this from the army and shit like that. He ended up showing like super classified documents, and he ended up getting busted,
Yeah.
and it was really funny watching the news talk about Thug Shaker Central, and I remember watching a news article or news story about it, and when they were arresting him, they were talking about the news anchor who's like, yeah, they call him OG in the Thug Shaker Central Discord server.
That's fucking
And he
funny.
was sharing fucking confidential government secrets and shit like that. Well, that guy, he did let that little
Mm,
power, and I
yeah.
guess wanted to prove shit to other people too.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm better than you because I have access to this because of my job or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck.
Some people are just really interesting.
Yeah, so people let a lot of shit like that like go to their heads. I would like to think that I'm not like that,
Yeah.
but again, like I don't have money.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's like I don't know. You don't really know until you're put in that position. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you kind of fundamentally know who you are as a person and what you value.
Yeah, like the way you were raised and shit like
Yeah.
that, dude.
Because a lot of people are, yeah, that's true. A lot of people are like more into like grind set.
Uh-huh.
So they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm grinding, grinding, grinding. Now I got that money. All right, now I need a network and keep grinding, grinding.
Mhm.
Drop the old friends, get newer, richer friends to keep
And they don't
grinding.
do it out of malice.
Yeah.
They would do it just like, okay, I need to level up.
Mm,
But a lot of people do it out of malice. They're like, okay, like
yeah.
you guys are bums. Like
Yeah.
like example. Again, I'm using example. Say this fucking YouTube thing goes hard, you know? And we're popping and we're connecting with like celebrities. And then suddenly I'm like, oh, I'm too good to talk to Jose.
Yeah.
Because okay, I could talk to Jose, or I could talk to fucking Pokimane, you know?
Yeah.
Like I need to talk to people on my level, not Jose, you know?
Yeah. That's
Shit
a
like
lot of
that.
rich shit.
So that would be more malicious. That would be like an
Yeah.
active thing, like oh fuck you, like you're a bum, you're beneath me.
Mm,
But those grind people, they'd be like, okay, like these people can help me move up, and
yeah.
like the old people, like you know,
Yeah, they can't really, they'll just bring me down. They don't view that as malicious, but they just view it like,
I don't see it as malicious.
yeah,
I
more like
think it's
logical.
yeah, it's just a logical thing. Like okay, like you know how they say like if you hang out with three millionaires, you're bound to become the fourth.
Mm,
It's kind of like that way of thinking. Like I need to
yeah.
hang out with people who are on top, so that way I can kind of reach them.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
There's a lot of like, what is it? Failure stories about rich people who hang out with their older friends, and they kind of like, well, more about like rappers that still hang out in the hood,
yeah.
and they get fucked up because of that.
I remember kind of related, Lil Baby.
Mm,
Lil Baby, I forgot who it was, but someone had to give him like crazy amounts of money to stop trapping.
mm,
When
mm,
he started rapping because I think someone told him like, "Yo, you could do this shit for real." I'm gonna look up who it was.
yeah,
I need Young Thug.
mm,
Young Thug, he like recognized that Lil Baby had like legitimate
talent,
talent, but Lil Baby was trapping, and Lil Baby didn't want to like
stop.
stop because he's like, I'm making money doing this. Like fuck, like I'm not making that type of money rapping.
Mm,
So Young Thug on a podcast, he talked about he had to pay Lil Baby to stay off the streets.
oh damn,
You know,
that's pretty cool of him to
that's
do.
cool of Young Thug,
Yeah,
and it's kind of the opposite. No, no, it's exactly what the fuck we were saying because Lil Baby wanted to stay in the streets.
yeah.
You know, and that could have been really bad for him. Just that he had a positive influence in Young Thug,
Mm,
free Young Thug.
what happened?
He's arrested
What did he do?
on RICO charges,
What the fuck is Rico?
like gang stuff.
Oh,
You didn't know? It's super fucking big, dude. He got arrested. It was him and Gunna.
mm,
They got arrested. Let me look up what the fuck RICO charges are. RICO charges. Oh, it's racketeering.
mm,
Racketeering. Makes it a crime for people to participate in a criminal enterprise. So they're saying that Young Thug's what the fuck is it called?
the label?
Yeah, the label YSL.
Mm,
They're saying that YSL is a gang, and he's trying to say that no, it's a label, you know. And right now it's super big. They're saying that Gunna snitched.
mm.
I'm not
I
on
heard
that
about
street
that.
shit, so I don't really know what the fuck that's about. Sorry, I'm not in the streets. Um, but it's super big because Young Thug's on trial, and they're trying to prove that like all the shit he would say isn't gang related, even though his name is fucking Young Thug, and he would say like gang and like a lot of his like weird like ad libs and little shit like
Mm.
that. They're trying to prove that that isn't gang affiliated. I'm gonna look this up, bro. Um, they're saying that everything's acronyms. Let me see. Okay, so Young Thug shares the meaning of a slang. So they're saying that thug stands for truly humble under God. It's not a thug. You're not a thug. I'm just truly humble under God.
Yeah,
So my name is Young, truly humble under God. Which doesn't which makes perfect sense to me.
yeah, yeah,
Perfect sense to me.
yeah. Makes sense.
Swag means someone who admires God.
Makes sense.
YSL means young soldiers of the Lord. I'm not super knowledgeable. I don't listen to a lot of Young
It
Thug.
sounds like it'll be like somebody posting it ironically.
Yeah, but this is like in court.
That's crazy.
Slat. I don't know what the fuck that actually means. Sorry, I'm not on the streets. Show love all the time. Op.
Mm.
It doesn't. It's not a fucking like a gang term. It means overly positive pal. Slime. Seeing Lord in me every day. Gang. Going above normal guys. And Glock. What's a Glock, Abel?
The weapon,
No, it's
firearm.
not. It means guarding lives, overcoming challenges. I don't know where the K went.
Yeah.
Oh, knowingly.
Oh,
Yeah, so they made up like his defense made up like silly acronyms for to show that it's not gang related. So truly young, truly humble under God, free young, truly humble under God. Another thing, his defense, they were talking about a fucking anime, and they were referencing the anime in his trial. Um, so this is like a super recent thing. This happened, I think, earlier this month or late November.
oh damn.
Um, so his defense referenced anime. So it says during the first day of Young Thug's trial for racketeering, one of the defendant lawyers took the floor and mentioned the anime Bleach.
Mm.
Popular anime. I don't watch anime.
I've heard about it.
I think it's silly. I think it's stupid. But let us know what you think about anime in the comments below.
If you want to argue, then argue.
It's super late. No one's watching this anymore.
Yeah.
Um, so the defendant said this reminds me of an anime named Bleach. In seasons 4 and 5, there are these bounce. They are the villains of the whole thing in season 4 and 5. Our heroes are trying to get them out of the Soul Society. You go to season 6, you don't hear about the bounce. You go to season 7, you don't hear about the bounce. Why don't you hear about these important characters? It is because they are filler characters. It is a filler season. So the defendant goes on to suggest that the people representing Young Thug are fillers in this case, and they're merely there to represent the truth against the prosecution. Um,
Sounds like a weird reason to bring up bleach, though.
yeah, this seems like it doesn't really make any
You
fucking
could have
sense.
made a better analogy than
Like, what the fuck does that prove legally? Like, that doesn't show anything legally. You're just saying like, oh, hey, this reminds me of this.
cool.
Free the defendant.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Just like, all right.
I don't know, bro. I don't
Okay.
know. But yeah, a lot of people are like, what the fuck? This court case is just really silly. This trial is so silly. Um, so yeah, free young, truly humble under God. That's all I have to say. I'm just a young soldier of the Lord. I'm not affiliated with YSL. I shouldn't say that actually. I don't know if you have anything else to say.
Well, I'm a big fan of today's BBC. This brilliant birthday celebration.
But yeah, it was Dad's birthday celebration.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Are we done?
Yeah.
I think we're done. But yeah, what do you think? What do you know? What do you feel? What do
Are
you
you hungry?
are you hungry
If so, eat.
or don't? if you can't.
I mean,
Like I know Tuesday I have to go to the doctor and I have to go in the morning without having eaten that day.
oh, yeah,
So I'm getting blood work done. Uh,
don't eat if you're in that situation.
or maybe you're Muslim and you're fasting,
Mm.
or maybe you're not Muslim and you're just fasting like intermittent fasting or just fasting
Or
regularly.
maybe you're on a diet or something.
Yeah, maybe you're on a diet and you're fasting.
It's
I
all keep through it. Good job.
yeah, just
Stay strong.
yep. I actually I don't know if it's intermittent fasting. I don't do it for that. I just don't get hungry in the mornings, so I don't eat
Mm.
breakfast most days. Um, I guess it's a way of intermittent fasting if you
Yeah.
think about it.
Depends what time the last meal before you sleep,
So I guess I would eat probably like at like 10 at night,
and
something
then
small,
when you wake up
and then I wake up. I don't eat probably till like the afternoon,
to like 12 to
till like 1 or 2.
1 or 2. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a pretty decent amount of time.
Yeah, intermittent fasting. I don't do it for that though. I just don't get hungry.
Yeah,
Sometimes I just don't feel like
I
eating.
feel that.
I
Yeah.
think I have an eating disorder.
Hmm.
I might
Yeah,
have an
maybe.
eating disorder.
Yeah, I feel that's for me. It depends. I have to like waste a good amount of energy to eat food
Hmm.
to like want to eat a lot of food
Yeah, yeah, I feel like that.
or
Sometimes I
normal
actually
amounts of food in terms of.
like today I didn't eat a lot, but I'm not
Mm,
hungry.
mm.
You know. Do you guys have eating disorders? Let us know.
Yeah. Are you guys fat? Are you fat?
Are you fat? Are you not fat? Are you hungry? Are you not? Are you fasting?
Are you fast? Are you lightning queen?
Abel's pretty slow,
I
literally and figuratively.
and spiritually.
What the fuck is spiritually slow mean?
My ghost isn't that fast either.
You're not dead.
Like when I am gonna die, my ghost is gonna be pretty
How do you
slow.
know?
I'm just like, okay, if you die, it depends how you die. But if I died, like, let's say a car fell on top of me from a two-story building
Yeah,
and I died, I think my ghost would be pretty slow. Cause like, have you ever seen a Fast the Ghost?
I've never seen a ghost.
Well, actually, I seen a movie. It's called, I think it's called Lights Out.
Uh-huh.
Or like, have you seen the trailer for it? Like they turn off, flick off the lights, and then you see like the shadow of the figure. They turn it on back on, you see nothing. You flick it off again, and the shadow of the figure.
Never heard of this.
It's super scary. If you know it, you know it's pretty scary. And it travels really fast. And that wouldn't be my ghost though, because my ghost wouldn't be scary. It would be like a little like walking type of ghost that would like walk up to you and like give you a
Well,
hug.
ghosts don't have legs, dude.
My
They like
ghost,
float around.
my ghost will have legs.
Well, no, they have legs, but they don't walk. They just kind of
Mm,
float.
kind of just like in advance, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, I feel like
Like hover.
yeah, I think my ghost will still be
Like
kind of
they're
slow.
like if they're on a hoverboard.
Oh yeah, that's why they call them hoverboards, because they look like ghosts.
I don't think they call them hoverboards because they look like ghosts, dude. What the fuck?
I think that's where we should end it off.
Uh, yeah. Did you ever get on a hoverboard?
Yeah, I've gotten on one. I've never owned one.
I've never gotten on one.
I've gotten on one.
I remember
I
they
was
came out.
pretty.
They were like catching fire.
Yeah, I seen that.
I remember that was a big thing. I
I
remember the
like
Samsung Galaxies
oh exploding
were
and shit.
catching fire too. And I remember out for a while I was super scared because I think at the time I had a Galaxy.
Hmm.
Um, actually, I remember my parents would tell me that if I used my phone when it was plugged in, it would explode in my hand.
My parents told me that if I use answered a phone call when I was in a gas station, my phone would explode.
I remember hearing that too, and not from my parents, but I remember seeing that somewhere
Hmm.
that you're not supposed to. I know you're not supposed to smoke when you're
That
at a
makes
gas
sense.
station
That
because
makes
of the
sense.
fumes. They could
Yeah.
probably. I don't know if that's real, but it makes sense in my head.
Yeah. Hold on. My mom texted. Want to make sure it's.
Go again. I remember my parents would tell me that. Oh no, yeah, yeah, smoking at the gas stations. I remember hearing it, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
The smoking, I don't know why the phones make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck the phone would do
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
make
That one
something
always made me
explode.
kind of confused. And I remember I would like tease my mom like with it. Be like, "Ma, look, I'm answering the phone call." She'd be like, "Ah, cabrón," shit like that.
That's funny, bro. It's like the phone on the planes. Like that doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people. I've heard people like getting mad at other people that are using the phone on the plane, and they're like, "Hey, you can't fucking do that." And the person's like, "Shut the fuck up. Like, mind your business, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
not gonna fucking. We're not gonna die." You know?
I don't understand. I never been on a plane before.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I've been on a couple planes in my lifetime. Um, But yeah, I remember more than a couple.
Mm,
I remember like reading that, and I think phones on planes don't do anything.
mm.
Just even if you just think about it, common sense would say it doesn't.
Yeah, why would they
Because
make
think of
a big thing?
every fucking flight every day.
That's true.
Like you think everyone doesn't use the phone
That
during
makes
takeoff and
sense.
during landing?
I would assume
Someone's
at least
bound, at
one.
least one person
Yeah,
is bound to do it. And you don't hear all the time that fucking planes are
exploding
crashing and
and shit.
exploding because someone used the phone.
Now
If
if it
it
will
if
happen
they
in
did
Malaysia.
if they did, they'd probably collect them.
Yeah.
If it actually did, maybe when like phones just existed and planes like were like earlier in the life cycle,
Mm.
maybe like the signal would have interrupted something, interfered, interference.
Interference, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's like they probably would have worked all that shit out.
Yeah.
I have hiccups. But yeah, shit like that. And then I remember my parents would tell me that when I used the phone and it was plugged in,
Mm.
like charging, that it exploded in my hand. Just a lot of dumb shit that my parents would tell me.
I feel like that one's more reasonable than the plain one. Not really using your
I
phone and
feel like it is
exploding.
because shitty phones I still
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, and phones in general sometimes get really hot.
They do get really hot, but I don't think they explode.
Yeah.
Maybe like I assume shitty ones
Mm.
like fucking Huawei or some shit,
Yeah.
like Chinese phones probably
Yeah.
would, or like shitty Androids.
I know there was this whole
But I never
thing.
had one of those. I always had like Galaxies or iPhones.
I would hear stories about people like the same thing with the pens.
Uh-huh.
They would, because they have chargers as well, and they heat up shit. So it's obviously really like
Hmm.
it could be really bad if you had a super cheap one. And I've heard stories of people like getting them catching fire in people's pockets
I
and
remember
shit.
hearing that too.
It used to be like I was super scared of that shit too. I was like, oh my god,
And
what could happen to
I
me?
remember kind of on the same realm, people were saying that like if you buy like shitty like carts,
Mm,
that it could be like laced or it could have like shitty chemicals in it that could
mm,
get you sick.
yeah, because a lot of people what they do is they like they keep the carts after they use them,
Mm,
and they kind of fill them with their own type of thing.
okay.
They put like some chemicals in there that actually work, and others that are like just to fill space.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
So,
I remember hearing that. It's kind of like the argument about like drug legalization,
mm,
where it's like people are gonna get it either way if it's legal and it's like subsidized.
yeah,
It's safer because if you're getting it from like a dispensary, you know what the fuck you're getting.
yeah, that's true.
It's not if you buy it from a guy that shit could be laced with like fentanyl.
Yeah,
You know, if you get from a dispensary, like it's fucking legit.
yeah. If
It's
you,
more expensive, but it's safe.
yeah, especially now with the whole fentanyl and crazy shit.
Yeah, so yeah, now with fentanyl and shit like that.
Yeah, I was fucking stupid, bro. I would get them from fucking cheap as fuck.
Uh, yeah, yeah, but I remember like, but kind of back to what my parents would tell me.
Mm.
They would tell me shit like that, and just they would just lie to me in general. I don't know what the fuck the point of some of it was.
Yeah, I understand some of it was like to protect you and shit.
Yeah, but I remember my parents would tell me that you're not supposed to stretch after you eat.
Hmm. I feel like no, I've only heard the swimming one for cramps.
I think that's fake too, though.
Yeah, it probably is.
I don't know how to swim though. Actually,
Actually, I think probably it's more about like shitting yourself. Because if you move too much after
maybe,
eating too much, I could see you
or
like,
maybe you feel sick.
yeah.
I don't know if you get cramps. Maybe one person did.
Mm,
But I remember my parents would tell me to not stretch after eating because my fucking intestines would burst.
yeah, that one doesn't make sense.
And fucking hilarious thing, bro. I remember my mom, she would tell me that all the time because I remember I would eat and sometimes like I need to crack my back. So I
Mm,
kind of go like I
yeah,
kind of go like this because my back cracks, so I kind of like do like the side thing. I go like to crack
yeah.
my back. And my mom, she'd be like, "Hey, don't do that because you're fucking se te va a reventar una tripa," she would say.
Mm,
Your fucking one of your intestines is gonna fucking burst.
yeah.
And I remember as a kid, I was kind of scared, but I remember one time, this is so fucking dumb. On the news, there was a terrorist attack at an airport, and my mom said, "You see that lady that's all bloody? She stretched after eating." Because there was a lady that was all bloody, and they were like carrying her off in a fucking like a stretcher.
Mm,
And my mom was like, "She stretched after eating. That's gonna happen to you if you stretch after eating."
yeah, that's kind of
And I
crazy.
remember that shit fucking got. Because as a little kid, like I
Yeah.
would listen and be like, "Okay, like maybe I
Okay.
shouldn't do it."
Yeah, like yes, man.
But I remember seeing that and I was like fucking scared for my life, dude. I was like, "Fuck, am I gonna die?"
Yeah.
And then
As you grew up, you kind of
I
started
grew
seeing
up and like I kind of pieced it together like that's not what the fuck I saw on the
it.
news.
Yeah.
And I remember I told my mom recently and she doesn't even remember.
Mm.
I told my sister, she remembers.
Mm.
My older sister remembers hearing that, but my mom doesn't fucking remember telling us that. It's so stupid.
Yeah, as you kind of like grow older, you kind of start seeing like when your parents lie.
Uh-huh.
You could kind of just like you can tell now more like when they like to kind of try to get their way more.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
you kind of see you're like
And then I feel like the funniest thing is looking back on like how they would lie to you as a kid. Like,
yeah,
don't do this because this is gonna happen. Like fucking walking around barefoot because you're gonna get sick.
yeah. My mom still says that.
I think going outside with your hair wet might get you sick.
Yeah, that would make sense actually.
But that could be wrong.
It could be, but it makes more sense than others.
It does make more sense because you fucking feel it.
Yeah, you feel the
If you
cold.
go outside and it's cold and like your hair's wet, it kind of like the condensation
Mm.
and it feels like cold and maybe you'd get sick. I don't know. It makes sense
Yeah, I feel
though.
like I could get a headache from that.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I kind of feel like, oh, I might get sick.
Mm.
Um, but a lot of dumb shit like that, dude. Fucking walking around barefoot because you're gonna get sick. Um, I don't know what else my mom would tell me, but it was really dumb shit like that. And then just like lie, even from school, dude. I remember this one doesn't even make sense. Why the fuck would they tell us that there was only three states of matter when there's plasma?
I don't even understand what the fuck plasma is, bro.
I don't know what it is either, honestly. I know it's in your blood.
Yeah, I know you could sell it.
I know, yeah, I know you could sell it too. But I remember like being a little kid and I kind of knew that plasma existed in
Mm.
middle school, which was when they kind of told us about the three states of matter. And I remember being like, "What about plasma, Miss? What about plasma? What about plasma?" And they never like acknowledged my statements.
Damn.
And then being in high school and they would acknowledge plasma, and I was like, "What the fuck? What's up with that?"
They're probably like, I don't get it. It's not gonna get paid enough to explain it to a middle schooler, bro.
Yeah, another thing too, bro, because I have an older sister,
Mm.
and my mom, fucking my mom, dude, she would take copies of my older sister's homework and have me do them just for practice.
Damn.
Like fucking, she would ask neighborhood kids, like the older kids, for their homework to make copies of it and have me do them. So I was in like second grade when like you were learning like multiplication and
Mm.
division. I was like rounding and doing fractions and doing all sorts of shit.
Oh, damn.
So I was kind of advanced. And I remember knowing in first grade about negative numbers.
Mm.
And that's kind of when they were teaching people like subtraction.
Mm.
And then they were telling us that like, oh, when you do subtraction, like word problem subtraction, word problem subtraction, that the bigger number had to be in front because if the smaller one was in front, you couldn't do it.
Mm.
And I remember I knew about negative numbers, and I was like, Miss, you could do it. You would just get a negative number. And like
Yeah.
they never acknowledged what the fuck I was saying, because I guess I would just confuse everyone else.
Yeah, that's true.
But I knew, so it kind of confused me, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are they dumb? Am I a
Yeah.
genius? Like, what the fuck? Like, why is it the teacher talking about negative numbers? What about negative numbers? Miss, what if you could get a negative number? You could get negative two if you did two minus four instead of four minus two. And then they never acknowledged it.
Yeah. Honestly, I was the opposite of that too, where I would just like say I could do shit, but I couldn't.
No.
Like
I actually knew how to do it.
I was like, I forgot what grade I was in, but I went to work with my dad. I was still too young to work, so I would just like stay in the truck and like walk around, like pick up
Uh,
a branch maybe. And I was like, I was not, I think I was just talking out loud. I was like, I know how to multiply.
uh,
5 times 5 equals 11, or something like that. I think my process would be like add them and then add one or something.
okay.
And I'd be like multiply this, and then a guy that like lived there, he taught me. He was like, no, it's like this, and he taught me how to multiply. He taught me how to multiply at that age, and I was like, damn.
Oh man. See, I kind of feel it right now, bro. My fucking feet are getting really
Oh
cold, and
shit.
they're getting like numb and tingly and weird.
Yeah, shit. Also, I was gonna skip a grade.
Were you?
Yeah, they asked my parents if I could skip from second all the way to fourth,
Mm.
and they said nah.
I remember I was recommended to,
Mm.
but they said no because I was small, like physically small,
Mm.
like short.
My parents said that for the same reason.
I don't think my parents said it. I think the school said it.
Mm.
Because I wasn't supposed to go to preschool. I was supposed to go
Mm.
to kindergarten just
Mm.
because I was kind of smart. Because my dad, he would like really kind of grill me, and
Mm.
I knew how to do a lot of shit before like preschool. Um, like, I was still learning English, but I kind of
Mm.
knew like math and stuff like that. And I remember like they were saying like, oh, like we could put him in kindergarten, but like he's really small, like short. He might get like bullied from
Mm.
like other like older kids. So I think we should just put him in preschool, and they put me in preschool because of that.
Now, for me, it was for sure my parents, because I remember them being like, I don't remember, but they told me they
Mm.
were like, he's already small with the people in his grade.
Yeah,
So imagine if you put him higher, and it's just gonna be like not really that. We don't see it being healthy in the long run. Like
yeah.
he's probably just gonna get bullied and shit.
That's the thing you see a lot, dude. I remember seeing when like prodigy kids,
Mm.
when they like graduate high school at like 12
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
they go to high school. I mean, they go to university and stuff like that. When they get like really like socially stunted, like
Yeah,
they have trouble making friends and they don't know how to make friends, and they end up like being really like weird.
yeah. I feel like in general, can get really weird, even in public schools, like normal kids.
Yeah, like normal. I knew a lot of kids. I would say I was kind of like that for a while. I was really
Yeah,
like socially weird.
yeah,
Maybe a little bit now, but less, a lot less for
yeah.
sure.
I, yeah, I was definitely a lot more awkward and nervous
Yeah.
before.
But like fucking imagine like being in university at like 15.
Yeah, I
Like, I think
couldn't.
that's what happened to the fucking Unabomber, dude.
Yeah, that's
The
crazy.
Unabomber, I think he was like a child prodigy, and he ended up going to like Harvard at like 17. So he had like a lot of trouble like relating to like his
Mm.
classmates. So he couldn't really make friends, and he thought like everyone was like annoying. He didn't really like anyone except his professors. I think that's what happened. I watched Wendigoon's video about it.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember seeing recently. We were supposed to end it, dude.
Oh
I
yeah.
just kept talking. But it's not a problem. I remember seeing recently that there was this young girl,
Mm.
and I think she has like autism, and I think she's from Mexico or something like that. And she graduated, like her mom put her in like an advanced school.
Mm.
So she graduated elementary school at like 11 and middle school at 12,
Oh
you
damn.
know? And now she's trying to get like a master's degree or some shit.
What the
And
fuck?
she wants to work at NASA and she's like 13 or some dumb shit like that, some crazy shit like that.
That's crazy.
And I see it and I remember seeing it as a kid and being like, yo, like that's really cool. Like that could be me.
Mm.
Because I'm supposed like allegedly I was super smart as a little kid.
Mm.
You know, like I remember I had a teacher that called me Harvard because I was so smart and she was like, you're gonna go to Harvard one day. And I'm going to community college now at 21. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with community college.
This is not Harvard.
It's not Harvard though.
Yeah.
I actually applied to Harvard and they gave me like a $2 million scholarship, but I declined.
Yeah. This is more important.
Yeah, because I had to do this. I was like, hey, you know what? Like I'm doing my YouTube stuff.
Yeah, Harvard's kind of far.
Harvard, like I don't think I could balance two of them at the same time.
Mm.
I'm choosing this,
Yeah.
right?
Smart decision.
Yeah, smart decision. It'll pay out. It'll pay off. But I remember she would call me fucking Harvard because I was supposed to be like a child prodigy. Um, but I don't think I was ever that smart where I could have went to fucking university at 12.
Yeah, some of the stories are crazy.
Yeah, some of the stories are really fucking crazy. And as a little kid, I was like, yo, that could be me. That's really cool. I remember my parents would tell me like, yo, like there's this little kid who fucking graduated university at like 15. I want you to do that. And I'd be like, okay, maybe I will do that. But looking at it now, it's
Kind of.
like that's really fucked
Yeah,
up,
I don't
dude.
really want to do that.
Like, yeah, I
I'm
wouldn't have
thankful I
wanted
didn't.
to. And I see kids, like I saw that little girl and I felt bad.
Yeah.
So like she's gonna have a job at fucking 15 with NASA people.
Yeah, not even just a job. Her whole life has been studying
Yeah,
and
and like
learning.
she has autism, which I don't know what the extent of her autism is. It
Mm.
could be bad, it could be super manageable.
Functional, yeah.
It could be super manageable. I don't know. 'Cause I work with autistic kids and I work with a kid who's like super smart. Like you can't really tell he has anything. But I know there's other kids who, like okay, you know,
Yeah, need help.
they need a lot of help. So I don't know what her case is. I assume she's not super intensive, but it's still like it's that on top of having not socialized with people her age
That's true.
ever, you know?
Yeah, it gets to the point where you just gotta be lonely, longing for the things you haven't
Yeah, she's
really.
gonna be lonely. She's not gonna relate to these people. She missed out on like crucial developmental time. Because school isn't just fucking like education. It's
Yeah.
not just like applying what you learn. It's also like you're in an environment with people your own age and you
Mm.
have to
Kind of manage that.
manage your social life, interact with these people. and as you grow up, like they're growing up too. So you're kind of on like a level playing field
Yeah.
in the sense that you like you're kind of going through similar things at the same time. It's not you're working with fucking 50-year-olds and
Yeah.
you're 15. That's really fucking weird. Um, and it's a big thing with like homeschool,
Mm.
because homeschool, they're not getting that social interaction because they're at their fucking house with like their parent,
Yeah.
or sometimes they hire someone to do it, but it's still just them. And a lot of people, I remember I had to do an article, no, I had to do an essay, an argumentative essay in high school about homeschooling and if it was good or bad. And it was like you had to go over both sides.
Mm.
So a lot of the pros of homeschooling was like, okay, like it's more intensive. Because I remember I related to it a lot.
Yeah.
Being in school, and especially in elementary school, when I was like super advanced compared to like my classmates, I had to kind of go back to where they were.
Mm. Yeah.
Like
Like
they
held
would
back.
be learning stuff that I already knew.
Yeah.
And my dad made a super big deal about it. He's like, hey, like he knows how the fuck to multiply, and
Mm.
you're teaching them how to add, you know? But the school just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Because it's like laws and like the no child left behind
Mm.
act and stuff like that, where like every kid has to like reach a certain level. Like you can't fucking flunk kids anymore. You can't do shit like that anymore. So every kid has to learn. So you would get cases like me, where you're stunted, because you're
Yeah.
you're in school. And my dad says this perfectly. I don't remember a lot of this, but my dad, he's like he got fucking bored, because I'd be in school, like they'd be learning stuff that I already knew how to
Mm.
do. So I would do my work and just be done and just be sitting there.
Yeah. And
And I
at
would just
that
kind
point,
of fuck
you gotta
around.
look for excitement.
Yeah, look for like stuff to do. I would fucking finish my homework and finish my classwork in class. So I'd get home and fucking do nothing.
Mm.
Um, so a lot of it was just not learning, not being challenged, and then getting home and not having to do anything. So I didn't have to build those habits. Like I still like to this day, bro, I don't fucking know how to study. I
Yeah.
don't study now.
I've only studied one time in my life. I knew, and it was because I had to, or else I failed.
Mm.
Like it was like kind of medical shit where I had to memorize like what certain stuff like, for example, what does inflammation mean again? I fuck. It's like right on the tip of my tongue.
And it fucking works if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, like well, I don't remember most of it now because it was like over 400 terms and shit, and yeah, like it was like a whole test of 400 terms.
I don't know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
didn't have that class, but I have friends who did.
yeah, and it was like two tests, and they take the average of those two tests, and they give you your grade.
Hmm.
The first for I took the first test without studying, and I got an F. So I was like, fuck, I need a C to keep going and having this class. So I fucking
I'm done.
nice. So I studied, and the tests were like one day apart. So I took it. I got an F, and I was like, "Fuck! All right, I guess I have to study when I go home."
Yeah.
And I just got a bunch of flashcards, wrote the thing on the front. I think it was like ist or something.
Uh-huh.
Some like suffixes, prefixes that meant certain
Oh, okay.
conditions.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was that, and then the
Like
back.
cardio was like to the
Yeah,
heart, shit
yeah,
like that.
that
Shit
type of
like
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The front would be like that, and then I would like look at it. If I got it right, I would put it in the right pile.
Hmm.
If I got it wrong, I'll put it in the wrong pile, and I would just keep reviewing the wrong pile over and over until it got smaller, smaller.
Okay, that's
Then
really good.
then I would do the whole thing again, and it would just keep repeating that. I did that for like maybe 2 hours, and I got a perfect score the next day.
That's really good, dude.
Yeah, and then I averaged a C, so I passed the class. But that's the only time I ever studied, and that made me think like if I put in more effort, I probably could have done better in school. But at the same time, it's
Yeah.
like it's too late.
Yeah, and I know a lot of times they say that like kind of like elementary and middle school is where you build habits, and high school is just kind of where you just put them into
Mm,
action.
yeah,
Because um I remember in like middle school and especially in elementary school, I didn't need to study to pass tests.
yeah, no. A lot of them were super easy.
Like I would just fucking do them, and I wouldn't do homework
Yeah, that's my
because I didn't
problem.
need to fucking do it.
Yeah,
Because I just knew how to. Because I remember teachers were like, "Oh, like it's extra practice," and
yeah,
so especially when they wouldn't grade it. In middle school is more when they wouldn't grade
mm,
it. They're like, "It's not graded. It's just practice." And I was like, "I don't need practice. I just know how to fucking do it."
yeah,
And come middle school, I was like, "I'm fucking failing stuff,"
yeah,
or like I'm not getting perfect scores on
yeah.
everything.
It started for me in eighth grade.
I remember sixth grade was like, okay, I'm not getting perfect scores on all my tests.
Mm,
And as it went on, it's like, okay, seventh grade, like I'm getting B's and C's.
mm,
And eighth grade is like, okay, like I'm like failing stuff now. What
mm.
the fuck do I do? I don't know what the fuck to do. So a lot of times I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do anything. Like I don't like this. I don't want to do this shit. Fuck this. Like I don't know what to do.
That was yeah,
Cause I never built up those like studying habits and good just good habits in general.
yeah. Like a main thing, like I think it was 11th grade. where it's pre-calculus, and I think failing the class for most of it, and we were like in groups and shit, and I was like known as a, just like I didn't really do shit.
Uh,
I didn't like that class, and we would have tests and we would have groups, and I would like always do good in the test, but they'd be like, what the fuck, like I didn't know you could like I didn't know you were smart. Like kids would tell me that shit, and I was just like oh like I was just be like oh um
I just got lucky.
yeah like this test was kind of easy.
Yeah, I
And,
just guessed and I got.
yeah.
I don't know. I'll say that a lot.
And the real thing was like I just didn't want to do the work.
Uh,
It really was like it was partly boring and more like who fucking like I didn't really have the motivation to do it.
yeah, that's a lot of it. What it was for me too. Because I remember like there was a certain point where I felt like challenged,
Mm,
and I was like, I crumbled under the pressure, bro. I was like, I'm challenged. Like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I could have just done fucking work and studied,
yeah,
but like, I don't know how to do all that shit. I'm just gonna not,
yeah, not
you
worry
know?
about it. Just let it be.
Yeah, like I just kind of assumed that like everything would kind of fix itself.
Yeah,
And there was times where like, okay, I kind of need to like kind of crank down and like really do this
yeah.
shit.
That happened in my ninth grade too. I was think
You know,
I was failing
ninth grade that shit did happen to me.
I was failing five of my classes, and we are going like close to like the end of the year. So it was
Hmm.
like it's gonna be for sure. I'm gonna have that on my record. And so they had a parent teacher conference with like all my teachers,
Uh,
and everybody like was like telling me like, oh, he could work on this, he could work on this to be better. Even
uh,
though I had five Fs and one A.
oh shit. What was
Yeah,
it? A and P?
no, it wasn't. Oh, I think it was two A's then, because I for sure didn't fail PE that year. And there was a medical class, and he was like, oh yeah, he does his work, but he kind of rushes through it.
Mm.
I was like, what
Which
the
is not really
yeah,
the worst thing in the
yeah. I
world.
was like, what the fuck, bro? This is the only class I have a good for, and you're still talking shit. And but basically, I had to crank down, and I ended up getting all of them to C's. So it was like
Well,
two
that's
A's
good.
and all C's.
I didn't I had it, but not to that extent. I
Mm,
just had a D in biology,
mm,
and I had an F in art.
mm,
So I remember there was like a time where I had to like really, but I don't think the F and R was my fault. The D in biology was my fault because I just wasn't doing work. And we had like journals
mm.
where we had like staple
Oh,
stuff
I fucking
in,
hate the journals,
and
bro.
I hated that shit because I didn't think it was necessary. Like
Yeah,
this doesn't help me. Like I'm doing the
this
assignments.
is just for like fucking fancy point shit or some shit, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I just need a staple one to like so you could see that I fucking put it in my journal.
Yeah, so you could like look nice and shit.
Yeah, I wasn't doing all that shit. Which honestly is fucking super dumb because I was doing the work. I just wasn't stapling it in. But art wasn't my fault because I was getting. I think I talked about this before. I
Mm,
was getting bad grades because I didn't draw nice. But I'm just not artistic like that,
yeah.
you know. But there was a time where like I was getting home and just doing like hella missing assignments
Mm,
or hella assignments that I didn't do good in. I would just do them over. Um, so I didn't have it to your extent, but there was like really times where I had to really like
crank down.
I need to bite down, fucking do this shit. For real, especially my AP history class.
Mm,
I ended up doing like hella like extra credit. I remember this is partly the teacher's fault because he was like he would show us like podcasts and he's
mm.
like if you do a podcast and you take notes on it for a page, you get extra credit. And I did like fucking 20 of them.
That's funny.
Like it was podcasts that he like curated.
Mm,
He's like these are history podcasts. Fucking listen to an episode. He probably meant it so that people could go from like a 89 to a 90.
yeah. Show the
But I
effort.
I went from like a 30 to like a 60 because I it was fucking over winter break
Yeah,
and I did like 50 of them,
at
bro.
that point you gotta respect the effort,
Yeah,
bro.
I did so many of them because I didn't do any assignments because I thought the class was hard. I was like, I'm not gonna do this shit. I fucking hate this.
I feel like some of them is like kind of the student's fault. Like, okay, the class is hard,
Yeah.
maybe you should try more. But a lot of it's like structured in a way where it's like weird.
Yeah, that's so like a problem I have with like the school
Yeah,
system.
they make it like,
Public school,
yeah,
like you hear it a lot. Like they kind of this is what you hear that they like make people like conform to like a certain like fit
yeah,
in a box and they take out creativity and they don't let you think. Like when you have to do math and explain what the fuck you thought and you had to do it in a certain way, you had to solve the problem in a certain way.
yeah,
Even though there was different methods, they wanted you like to do us like the method they wanted you to do,
yeah.
you know?
That like conformity type shit, and also like they kind of mix shit that shouldn't be hard. Like
Yeah.
the for example, the for me it was the online school thing where they made everything like super hard to access. Where I don't think that should be part of the fucking course or the reason why you're getting a passing or failing grade.
Yeah.
It should be based on how good you were at the fucking course.
Bro, like I had a fucking geometry class, bro,
Mm.
where one of our assignments was creating like a geometric pattern on paper. It was like an art assignment. And I remember the fucking the not the professor, the teacher. He was like, it was over like a break, like I think Thanksgiving break.
Yeah,
And he was like, okay, you have like a sheet of like a big sheet of construction paper, and you have to create a geometric pattern, and it has to like fit like certain. It has to be geometrical. Like
yeah.
it has to be like the same measurements all around, and it has to have a pattern, obviously. And I remember I did straight fucking circles everywhere, and he's like, this is ass.
This is dumb.
Like I don't know what the fuck he said, but it wasn't like a professional way to say it. He was like, this is bad." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like it's fucking geometric." Just because I did like the bare minimum, bro.
Yeah,
But it was dumb. Like,
you
fuck does it
understand
have to
the
do with
yeah,
geometry? Like, I understand the concepts of fucking solving right triangles.
yeah,
Just because I don't fucking do complex patterns on paper drawing,
yeah.
this
That's
isn't
so
even geometry no more.
weird.
This is fucking art. And I had art class, and I was failing art class. But I remember that shit. I was mad because I got like a D on that assignment
I feel like I would have done
because he said it was
so much
lazy.
better if it was like simply just, do you know it or not?
Yeah,
If it was like
yeah,
that, I would have done so much better in school.
yeah. Because a lot of it, like, it was dumb shit, like my fucking geometry assignment.
Mm,
But sometimes it was like, okay, factor this, but there was like a certain way to factor it that
mm,
they wanted you to do. Like
yeah.
if you did it, like I remember they had like the factoring when you do the X thing.
Oh yeah.
They have that, or they'd have like factor with the parenthesis,
Mm,
and they'd be like factor it this way, but I like doing the other way. And,
mm,
but you had to fucking factor it the way they told you to do it. And it was so dumb because like you knew how to get the answer. Or sometimes, bro, I remember in like sixth grade, I would just know how to do it in my head,
mm.
but I had to do it on paper.
Yeah, that should be
And I had
annoying.
to explain it. I had to write. You had to be like, oh, I knew how to do this because I did this, and then I did this, and I got this number which told me to do this. But
Yeah,
I just fucking knew how to do it.
yeah.
This is all Michelle Obama's fault. Actually, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Common Core?
Oh, fuck you,
Yeah.
Michelle
I
Obama.
don't know if you guys were in, I assume if you're our age, you were in school at the same time, as Common Core. But I remember they implemented it, I think in sixth grade, right?
Somewhere around
For us.
there. Yeah,
For
somewhere around
us.
there.
I was born in 2002. So in sixth grade for us. How old are you in sixth grade? 11?
I don't even know, bro.
That was when they first implementing it, Common Core. So it wasn't just doing the assignments because my sister, she would just have to do assignments.
Mm,
But for me, I had to do it and explain like my thinking and explain like I had to like do step by step and write out what I was doing.
yeah.
Like, okay, like you isolate the variable, and now I isolate the variable, so I fucking had to divide this. Or no,
Mm.
to isolate, I had to divide this to both sides and do this to both sides.
It's
And
kind of weird
fucking shit like that.
because
It's so stupid.
kids have different brains and shit, bro. No one's the same person.
Yeah,
So you can't expect everyone to fucking come up with the same kind of description, same kind of process, and everything. And they kind of just like kind of force that upon you to be the same as everybody else.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know what the fuck the purpose of it was. But I do see a lot of people, mainly like conspiracy people,
Mm,
say that the school system is set up, like the public school system, I mean,
mm.
is set up to kind of make workers
Yeah,
and to not make thinkers.
make you listen, kind of
In
just
order.
listen to authority instead of like trying to go out of your way to find a solution. It's more about like, okay, here's a way to find a solution, find it, you know,
Mhm.
or this is a better way to find a solution. They kind of like force it upon you.
They force like specific instructions on you.
Mm,
It's not, yeah, like you said, like find a solution. No, it's like solve it this way.
yeah,
Do it the way I told you to.
yeah. Like here's how you solve it. Now do it over and over again until you get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck it is. So a lot of conspiracy people, right? Especially I find it's a lot of right wingers, but I don't know what
Mm,
the fuck the correlation is between conspiracy and like right wingers and conservatives. But they say like they want you to fit into like their way of thinking them being like the government and like the elite people,
Mm.
and to not question stuff,
Yeah.
to just like, okay, I'm told to do it this way, so I'm just gonna do it this way. And they say that it starts within schools and listening to teachers. So
Yeah.
then you eventually like, okay, you're in the real world like us. You know, I'm an adult. I'm in the real world. You're kind of an adult. You don't have a driver's license.
I have a driver's license, bro.
No, you don't.
Bro, I have a driver's license.
Why'd your mom not want you to drive today?
She just was
She told me you didn't have a license.
bro, driver's license, bro.
That's weird. She told me you didn't have a license. Are
I'm,
you not on the insurance or something?
I'm not on the insurance.
Well, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
She told me you didn't have a license. That's why
Uh,
she wanted me to drive. And I
yeah.
was drinking, so I shouldn't have drove.
Yeah.
Even though it was just two streets on, I could have made it safer.
Yeah. I
I'll,
drove though, so that's good.
yeah. I'm drinking now. I feel like you could tell. um, but what was I talking about?
Conform thinkers and not no listeners and not thinkers.
Yeah, they want you to do like what the fuck, like they start you off like
Mm.
listening to teachers
Yeah.
and like fucking principals and shit. And then when you're in the real world, that's what the fuck I was on. The real
Yeah.
world. 'Cause I said you weren't a real adult. You're in the real world. They want you to just listen to like politicians and the government and maybe police. Police can be like bad at times.
Yeah.
Um, but they just want you to like listen and to not question stuff. I don't necessarily agree with this.
Uh,
I agree with the school system being bad,
yeah.
but I don't know.
How the intentions and shit.
Actually, it could be the intentions.
Yeah, because I can see it.
I see it. I see it being open. I don't know if I see it being not open. I see it being a possibility.
Mm.
It's realistic, but I don't know if I believe it yet.
Yes.
To the extent that they do, because a lot of people do say that it's like I see creating workers
Mm.
and creating not thinkers, but
Mm.
not so much creating like obedient like sheep to
Yeah.
listen what they say. I feel like they take it really far,
Yeah.
but
That's
maybe it's to get
politics.
their point across,
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
because they get people. They got us talking about it. The Council of Geniuses, which is a super big channel, which has millions and billions of viewers, super influential in society. I think.
We inspired Mr. Beast.
Fuck you, Mr. Beast. Fucking Mr. Beast.
Have you seen that one recent video of him that he made? It's like two strangers have to survive in a room, like away from the internet and everything for 100 days.
Oh, I think I did. I was about to say I didn't, but I think I did hear about
Yeah,
that.
actually seen the video and it's kind
Too
of crazy.
strange. I think I. Could you? You think?
The
I think it depends a lot on who the fuck you're in there with.
Yeah, for them it was complete strangers, a guy and a girl, and they never met before.
Okay. A
And
guy and a girl?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, so it's kind of like a weird dynamic.
yeah. Yeah, it depends a lot on who the fuck you're in there with. Because you could be in there with like a weirdo
Yeah,
or like a socially awkward person,
yeah,
which would make it weird. You know?
yeah. I think they got comfortable after a while, and they got kind of like more like annoying sibling type thing, which I
Yeah, I
think is
feel like
tolerable.
naturally, if you spend that much time with someone,
Yeah,
you're bound to get comfortable. Like coworkers, bro.
yeah.
Like I have coworkers that I think are weird,
Hmm.
but I
You're
see them every
comfortable
day.
with. Yeah,
Yeah, I see them every day,
you're,
so I'm comfortable with them. And even though I could say like I wouldn't fucking hang out with this person outside of work,
yeah.
and
Or hang out with them
if
during
I
work.
didn't work with them, I wouldn't talk to them.
Yeah,
Like, but we work together and we're there, so I just talk to them. You know?
that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think I could.
they didn't have the thing was
Well, I don't know what the fuck would you do to fail that.
you have to just decide to leave. If one of them chooses to
If
leave,
one of them chooses to leave,
they both lose all the money.
I think I wouldn't choose just for the money. Like I don't know what the fuck would happen. I'd have to fight someone,
Hmm.
but if it's a woman, I don't think I'd fight her
Yeah, that's what I'm
physically.
thinking.
But I'd have to fight someone to be like, I don't want to be here anymore. I have to leave.
Yeah, it's like
But they might fuck it up for me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was pretty. They got a bed. They had no sense of time,
Uh-huh.
and the lights were always on.
Uh-huh. Even if they're sleeping time?
Yeah, the lights were always on, and it was
Uh-huh.
like super bright lights. They had a private bathroom, and they each had separate beds. They didn't have really any form of entertainment though, or any like given forms of entertainment. And th
Anything?
like they could make their own entertainment. Like I think one guy made like playing cards of I don't think it was toilet paper. It was some kind of paper that he had.
Mm-hmm.
He made playing cards out of that.
Okay.
Oh, out of a book paper.
Oh, they were giving books.
No, it was like not books. It was like a notebook type thing.
Mm.
And he like ripped it out and kind of like wrote like um playing card, a whole playing card set. And that's what they did for a while.
Okay.
And Mr. Beast, like to try to make it more interesting, would come in like every 10 days
Yeah.
and like give him like a thing to spend money on. Like I'll give you a personal chef for this whole rest of the challenge
Mm-hmm.
for 50K. You could eat whatever you want every single
What
day.
do you mean for 50K?
Like they have to get 50K of their prize money.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And
What would they eat regularly?
they had like canned food.
Oh,
They would
yeah.
heat up canned food. It was
I feel like
chicken,
eventually I
beef.
would do it just
Yeah,
because I get tired of
chicken and
canned
beef.
food.
I think they said no the first time too.
Okay. Would it be like both people agree, or just like one person?
One person. Well, I think they both had to come to a consensus between both of them. But the guy was a lot of like he didn't really want to like be the reason she was upset.
Uh-huh.
He played kind of like that game plan. So he was like, whatever you choose, I'll be okay with it.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
that.
yeah, just to not.
Yeah, not to be like confrontational.
I probably would have done that
Yeah,
just because I wouldn't want to risk making this person mad and
like
fucking up the money for both of
yeah.
us.
I think eventually like the second one was like good beds and the ability to control the lights.
Maybe the beds and lights.
Yeah, I think that's pretty essential for 100 days.
Yeah.
Like that makes it the
Well,
quality
I
of
don't
life.
know actually, cause I'm like a I sleep on my stomach.
Mm. Well, I don't know, because even during the day, the
Well,
lights
the
would get
the
annoying.
beds maybe.
Yeah, the beds are really good. They were like the sleep number ones.
Oh man, yeah, I probably would have.
No,
It depends. I feel like it depends how
no.
bad.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beast challenge, and it was cool. No, I think one of the tempting things he used to tempt them
Mhm.
was 50K for
What
a
do you mean to?
mystery box
Oh, it's tempting.
to tempt them to spend
Yeah.
50K for a
What
mystery
was the
box.
prize money? Do you know?
500K, but split,
Okay.
so
Oh,
250 each.
split.
Yeah, and um the mystery box and they're like 50K for the mystery box. They both kind of decided against it. They're really like picky with their spending. It was
Yeah.
like surprising, and they ended up not going for it, and they should have went for it because they would have got 50K back, and two Teslas,
Oh
one for
shit.
each. Yeah, I remember the girl was like super like upset, but she made the decision,
Hmm.
and the
Oh
guy,
yeah, because the guy just went along
yeah,
with it.
and like so the guy was like, I don't really like,
I don't really care. I
yeah,
wouldn't have said yes.
yeah, I wouldn't have said he tried to console her and shit.
Okay.
He was a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
It was lucky that it was him in that situation, I guess.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I see a lot of people getting mad, like, oh, you
Yeah,
fucking bitch. I wanted to do it.
and at
It's
the
just
yeah,
gambling stuff. Like
and
I feel like that a lot about when I would gamble. I'd be like, fuck, like why did I bet the over on this guy?
yeah,
I should have just bet the under. Like I knew this fool was gonna fucking do it. Fuck, I just let like other people get in my head or something. You know?
yeah.
Just dumb
And
shit.
at the end of the challenge, it was actually super interesting because after all that they went through, the split or steal game,
So what?
split or steal.
No.
So they're both standing on opposite sides. They can't see each other or hear each other.
Is this a Mr. Beast thing or like a
No, it's like a
normal thing?
general thing,
I've never heard
like a
about
general game show thing.
splitters stuff.
They both have. I think the total at the end was like 300 and something K
Hmm.
to split, right?
Wait, how much?
300 and something K.
300 something K.
Yeah,
Okay.
after they did like some spending shit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Um,
okay.
they have two buttons in front of them, split or steal.
Yeah.
If they both click split, which means they split the money, they both get to split the money. If
Okay.
one person clicks steal and one person clicks split, the person that clicks steal gets all the money. If
Oh.
they both click steal, they get no money.
Oh, shit. It's like the Rocco's Basilisk, bro.
What is that?
The thought experiment, I'm gonna fuck with your head right now. If you're scared of stuff, don't watch this part.
Yeah.
It's like a thought experiment where there's a like an AI that's created and it knows or it finds out if people helped it or not.
Mm,
And you if you did help it, you're fine.
mm.
But if you didn't help it, you die.
How does this connect with the split or steal thing?
I'm getting there, bro.
Okay,
I
okay.
just started, bro.
Okay, I
Fuck.
thought
Be
it was,
fucking patient, dog.
bro, I didn't see it. Okay.
It's my girl sticks in I love you.
That's that was excitement in his eyes. I saw it.
um, um. Oh yeah. So Rocco's basilisk. Um. So it finds out if you helped it or not.
Yeah,
So the way it ties into the splitter still is so me telling you fucks you.
yeah.
Cause now you have to help it. Because if it ever comes into power,
Mm,
if it ever exists, it's gonna find out. So okay, I don't think explained it well. So what it does, if you helped it,
mm,
it saves you, and if you didn't help it, it kills you, or like it's AI, so it would like trap you in like a
mm.
digital like torture realm.
I,
That's
I,
that's the way the
yeah,
thought experiment
I
worked.
get that part, but I still don't get how it
I'm
connects.
getting there,
Oh,
dog.
okay.
So it's if okay, so now you know.
Yeah,
So now it's up to you.
then you're fucked.
It's up to you. What the fuck you do, but you're theoretically fucked.
Yeah.
Because now since you know, you can't claim ignorance.
Mm,
Because if you didn't hear about it, then the AI can't tell if you would have helped it or not.
yeah.
So they're like, okay, like
Give you the,
insufficient evidence.
yeah.
We're just gonna we're
Skip.
just gonna spare you.
Mm,
Because I can't know for sure. But since you know, now it's you either helped it or you didn't.
yeah.
So the thought experiment goes that since if you know, if like say someone is so scared of it that they try to will it into existence so that the
Mm,
AI know like recognize like hey like this guy really helped me,
yeah.
and say he is like on Patreon or like GoFundMe and he's like hey I'm raising money for this AI, if you help me you're gonna survive, you're gonna live, if you don't you're
Mm,
gonna die. So the way it goes, it's a similar thing to God. I'll explain that in a second. So now it's like okay, so you know about it.
yeah.
It's like a like kind of like a Punnett, you know what Punnett squares like biology, it would pass like
Oh, yeah.
genetic traits like recessive or dominant traits.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, so it's like so Rocco's basilisk. If you help it and it comes into existence, you live.
Yeah.
You help it and it doesn't come into existence,
You still live.
you live. If you don't help it and it comes into existence,
You die.
you die. And if you don't help it and it doesn't come into existence,
You chill.
you yeah, you're chilling. They say that the best thing to do is just help it.
Yeah.
Because either way, you're fine. It comes into existence and you live, and it doesn't and you live.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you either live or die. So this is
It's
like,
not,
like
and
it's a probability, like a
yeah, and it's
numbers
not
thing.
really up to you.
The same thing is God. So they say like it's a similar example to God, where it's like you believe in God, God is real, you go to heaven.
Mm,
You believe in God, God isn't real,
nothing happens.
nothing. You don't believe in God, God is real, you go to hell. You don't believe in God, God isn't real,
Nothing
nothing
happens.
happens.
Yeah.
So it's just in your best interest
To
to
believe.
believe.
Yeah.
You know? It's
It's
a
like
similar thing.
the best thing to do.
Yeah, the most beneficial thing is to
Yeah.
like, okay, like if it's real and I believe,
I'm
I'm
good.
I'm good. But if it's not real and I believe, like, okay, nothing happens.
Oh well.
But if you don't believe, you're at risk of either nothing or hell.
Bad. Yeah.
You know? Same thing with
Either
Rocco's Basilisk. You're
good or nothing or bad or nothing.
yeah, it's either yeah, good or nothing or bad or nothing. So it's just in your best interest to believe in God or to help the basilisk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ties into the
Split steel.
splitter still somehow.
Yeah. I see it somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because you if you put split, no, if you try to steal,
Mm,
you either get all of it
or nothing.
or nothing.
Yeah.
But if you put split, you either get some of it
Or nothing.
or nothing. But someone would get something.
Yeah.
I guess it's not a direct correlation.
Yeah. It's similar though. Like
It's
to the
similar.
point
It's
where
a
you have to
similar
think.
idea.
Yeah. We have to think
Similar way to think, where it's like, okay, I could get something or nothing.
all or nothing or
Oh man, maybe it's backwards then.
yeah.
But I feel like getting, I don't know, this is like a really 50-50 then. Because you
Yeah.
could either get all or nothing or
Mm,
something or nothing.
yeah.
Or just nothing.
It's still it's
I
a
have to go pee, do you mind?
like alcohol and coffee make you pee more.
I know fucking monsters make me pee a ton.
Yeah. Caffeine.
Yeah. Only monsters though. Like I've drank Red Bulls and I've been fine.
I don't know.
But monsters make me pee a ton, dude. I remember I used to buy them from the work vending machines
Oh
when they had them.
yeah.
I might actually leave this in the video because it's a really funny thing. I remember they had vending machines in the staff lounge at my workplace at the school I work at, and they had monsters.
Mhm.
And sometimes I just come to work like really tired, Like I'd stay up late on the fucking PlayStation or whatever reason. I'm just tired. Um, and I would buy a monster, right? Because it'd wake me up,
Yeah.
and I'd have to pee a fuck ton. But I remember there was I've told you this before, I think.
Yeah.
There was a lady who worked in the front office, and she saw me buy a monster, and she told me, she was like, "Hey, like you shouldn't drink those. Like those are really bad for your heart." And I was like, "I think I'm good."
Mm.
You know, like my heart's fine. I'm at the time I was like 20 years old. I'm
Yeah.
20, you know, I work out. I don't drink them every day.
Yeah.
I drink them from time to time as a little treat. Not a treat, but like a kind of so I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Cause she was telling me that her brother, who was like 60 and overweight, drank them every single day
Mm.
and he died.
Yeah, that's
And I remember I told her, bro, I was like, I think I'm good. And even then, it's like my dad drinks them every day.
mm.
He drinks like a my dad fuck. He drinks a fuck ton, dude. He drinks like 4 or 5 a day,
God
and he's been
damn.
doing that for like the past 20 years.
God
And I remember I made a little joke, and I was like, my dad, he's been drinking a couple a day for like the past 20 years. I think I was just born with immunity, you know? And she was like, well, I don't think he's gonna be around that much longer. And I was like, why the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
like what that's such a weird thing to say.
And I remember saying that shit. I was like, what the fuck? That's such a weird thing to say. Like, why the fuck would you even say that? And she's like, oh, this is before she told me about her brother.
Mm.
She was like, oh, like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just being honest because my brother, this happened to him. And that was when I told her, I was like, you know, like, I think I'm good.
Mm.
Like, I don't drink them every day. Like, your brother did, and he was like fucking 300 pounds
Yeah.
and 60 years old. I'm 21, and at the time, no, I'm 20,
Mm.
and at the time, and I weighed like 130.
Yeah.
So like I think I'm good, you know? And I remember she was like petitioning to get the monsters taken out of the school vending machines, but the staff ones. So obviously they
Yeah.
weren't in the student ones. Student ones
Yeah.
only have water and the zero sugar Powerades.
Mm.
And she left a note so that the people who restocked the vending machines wouldn't put them back in. She was like, "No one buys monsters. Can you guys take them out?" And then I wrote, "I buy them." And then someone else wrote, "Me too." So I we kept them. You know, thanks
That's
to us, we
funny.
kept them.
Yeah.
This was last school year. So the 21-22 school year. What year is this?
23.
23.
Yeah.
22-23 school year. So now for the 23-24 school year, they ended up doing like renovations up in the building and they took all the vending machines out. So
Mm.
she ended up winning.
Damn.
So it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I remember that. That was really funny. And I remember I was like, what the fuck, you're so weird. Cause she, like I don't know why you would even tell me that to
Yeah.
begin with. Like why the fuck are you do you care?
Yeah, I understand maybe saying like warning
Maybe
and
like
then
maybe
leaving
it
it
was
at
a
that.
warning, but I feel like telling me the thing about my dad
Yeah, that's too
was like
much.
really fucking
That's
weird.
really invasive.
She was like oh like he might not be around that long,
Yeah, that's
that
really
much
weird.
longer, and I was like, what the fuck?
I understand like, oh, maybe you shouldn't drink those. Those are pretty bad for you. And then you'll be like,
And then telling me about
yeah,
that, but I feel like she did it really like yeah like invasive, like really
yeah.
like weird. Like it's none of your business. Um, yeah, she was weird. She wasn't even like a real worker. She was like a substitute worker.
Mm,
Cause I only saw her like probably like a couple weeks. Cause I think one of the other office ladies was like on vacation or
mm,
something. One of my girlfriends. She's like, "Yeah, I need to see this." Okay, love you. I'm not
no,
responding right now. Is that your girlfriend?
no, it's Christian.
What did Christian say?
He just said, because I told him to like clear out my bed a little bit just in case you stay.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
I think you should stay, bro.
Monster energy drinks.
I feel like
Rocco's Basilisk.
pretty. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Mr. Beast thing.
Mr. Beast. Oh, back to Mr.
Yeah,
Beast. That shit seems like fucking an hour ago.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we'll see that. Oh yeah, Mr. Beast.
oh yeah,
Sorry.
the Splitter Steel thing.
Splinter still
And they spent 100 days and they got pretty close. So it would be pretty fucked up if they, you know,
walked away with nothing.
yeah, or if like one guy fucked the other person over.
Yeah.
But they both decided to split and it was all sweet moment. The thing that was like weird to me though, they decided to split and right away they opened the back of the thing and they like went to like a whole celebration rally where both of their parents came in running and hugging them, like both of their families. Like, what would happen if someone like stole it and the other family was still there to see that shit happen, bro?
They give you like the fucking dirtiest looks. Would be like,
Yeah, like damn, they really fucking
hey,
stole that shit. Yeah, like watching them.
fucking. Mm,
I'm not gonna pet you because you are not allowed.
not to what?
Your kind is not allowed here.
I'll pay you, bro. Yeah.
So pet you too.
Alright. Like that'd be really fucking funny, bro. Especially if they did all that shit for nothing.
Yeah, I was like,
Like I feel at that, especially at that point, I feel like I'd have a bond with the person,
yeah,
and I'd kind of want them to have money too.
yeah, that's true.
But I feel like that really does depend on how you are as a person. It kind of goes into the power thing we were talking about like an hour ago.
Motherfucker,
like
stop it.
like the power thing, where it's like, okay, I could potentially have all this fucking money.
Yeah,
Fuck this person. Fuck this little bond we had.
fuck. Oh yeah, but the guy was saying it before during the video. I mean,
Uh huh.
while contemplating his decision, he was like, 300K would help me a lot, and he was like, hmm. I think it was more for like dramatic tension and shit.
Yeah, but even 150K would help,
Yeah,
bro. Like you could give me like $500 and that shit would help me a
yeah,
lot.
for real.
I'm not broke or anything.
But it's just like
It's
more of
just
a
helpful.
buffer.
Yeah, especially right now with like holidays coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know about you, and I don't know about you guys at home. Let us know what you would do if you were in that Mr. Beast video and you had to split or steal. But I feel like I would split it just because I'm like, okay, like at this point I've
Yeah.
like lived enough time with this person that I kind of care
Yeah.
for him.
Also, like I feel like the reward wouldn't be worth it for the guilt. I would feel, if
I
that
don't
makes
think
sense.
I'd feel that much guilt.
I feel like I would feel a lot of guilt for that,
Maybe.
especially like after building a bond with them
No,
and
especially
seeing
after the bond, yeah. If it was like on the
strangers.
street and you're like, hey, split or steal, and I kept all the money, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
But yeah, if I've lived with this person for 100 days, you said
yeah,
that's a
100 days.
fuck ton. That's
Yeah,
like
a third of a year
half a year.
almost.
uh
A third of a year.
How many days in the year?
362.
365.
What?
Stupid. I fucking tested you, bro.
No. Where did I get 362 from?
I don't know.
Is it like the circle? No, it's 360. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
don't
you're
know.
just dumb.
I'm just dumb.
It's 365 or 366 in a leap year.
Hmm.
I think a leap year is every four. I don't know when the next leap year is. It might be next year.
I don't know.
Cause I remember February 1 year every four has 29 days. Cause every year it has 28. I don't know why they do that.
I don't know why leap years
I
exist.
think it's stupid. Why don't they just make?
I wonder who created that.
Yeah, who the fuck did create that? It should be like global, no, not global warming. It should be like daylight saving,
Oh,
where like it's not recognized by everyone. No, that wouldn't make that much sense either. Because what if someone did recognize it and for them
yeah,
it's fucking February 29th and for everyone else it's March the 1st? Nah, it set too much shit off.
yeah,
It's weird though. Let us know. Let us know nines. Nines, you're really fucking smart.
yeah.
You knew about parabolas.
I doubt even he would watch this far.
That's true. This is really long.
Yeah, we'll see.
We need to keep going though.
If you nines, if you see this far, comment Barack Obama, and I will give you $5.
You need to
Actually,
still give my girlfriend $5.
I need to see the comment where she did that,
I
bro.
can show it to you right now.
Yeah, show me the comment right now, live.
Okay. Do you remember? Oh, it was Jackie Chan, not Michael Jackson. It
Uh,
was episode 27. I like Jackie Chan. That's my girlfriend. Okay.
I said $5.
You can watch it back. It might have been $1.
Yeah, it might have been. It sounds like $1 sounds more plausible.
You could watch it back though.
Yeah, I'll
It's
watch it back.
episode 27.
All right, I'll watch it back, and I'll do whatever I said.
Yeah, you could give me the dollar and then I'll give it to her,
Yeah,
or the $5.
I'll do whatever I said.
Then it's to me and then you give it to me, and I'll give it to
Yeah,
her. Yeah, nines. Let us know if you're watching this at this point.
yeah. If you are, bro, $5 is yours, bro.
Yeah, at this point you fucking deserve it. You're
Yeah,
like a hero, bro.
fucking superhero, bro.
Yeah.
Except for this, what the fuck is that, bro?
What?
The forehead.
Oh shit, I forgot,
I
dude.
forgot about it too. Every time I look at myself, I'm like, what the fuck is that in my hair? And then I look and I'm like, oh,
Oh shit, Barcelona FC.
yeah,
That's really funny, bro, because you're a Real Madrid fan.
yeah. I think that's why he did it.
Oh, he knows?
Yeah,
Theoretically. Well, no, I feel like this one he has to know. It wouldn't
yeah,
have just been like a random thing for, okay, I'm gonna make him write Barcelona on his forehead.
yeah. Bro
'Cause what if he
knows in
doesn't
my
even like
ops.
soccer? Like, what?
Yeah,
Like, if he didn't know you, I mean,
yeah,
he knows you at this point. It's your friend, bro.
yeah.
It's your friend.
Most likely.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, though.
Oh yeah, he just
So they ended up splitting the
they
money.
ended up splitting. It was like
That's nice.
a whole little wholesome moment. I remember watching it at work. It was kind
Yeah.
of funny. I mean, not yeah, it was kind of funny and wholesome.
Was it
It was
funny?
a little silly at times,
Okay.
cause like the entertainment they would like do and shit, and like he tried to sell them. I think they bought a $10K coffee maker because she really wanted coffee. And, like it was like a bunch of like shit like that.
Fuck man.
And and then I don't know how you guys feel about transgenders, but Chris came out on that one.
Chris.
Yeah, like you don't know who Chris is?
Oh, that the Mr.
Transgender
Beast
guy.
transgender friend.
Yeah,
I didn't know their name.
yeah, that's her name,
Really?
Chris. I don't know what their I don't know if they have a transgender name.
Oh, it's the guy name.
Yeah,
The what do they call it with the dead name? Is that what
yeah,
they call it?
yeah. I don't know if he changed his name or not, or she or
Well,
whatever.
Chris could be like a
Double name.
no, not
Yeah,
bisexual. Um,
Biogen.
no,
Oh, what is
it's
it called? They use it for shirts.
agender.
No, it's
No,
like uh
unisex.
unisex. There we go.
Unisex. There we go.
Yeah.
Fucking bisexual. Oh shit.
Oh, birdie safe.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. They might have heard that. It might have been like a feedback.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that was necessary to add, Abel. How they
What?
feel about transgender.
I don't know why I brought that up. I just remember sticking out to me. Like, oh, okay,
Okay.
that's it. That was just like a whole little addition.
And Mr. Beast though.
Oh yeah. Have you seen like his philanthropical
I
work?
don't know anything about Mr. Beast. I do not follow Mr. Beast at all. I'm not in the Mr.
Mm.
Beast loop
Okay, so
at all, actually.
yeah, well, a lot of people don't know. Well, a lot less people know because they know about his challenges and shit, right?
And that's all I know.
Yeah. He also does like a lot of charity shit.
Uh-huh.
Like he does a lot of things where he goes to like more
Am I in the wrong for always saying fuck Mr. Beast?
kind of. Well, I mean, you don't take to like genuinely be like, I hate that guy. Not like genuinely, you don't fucking want him to die, bro.
No, 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 I don't want anyone to die.
Yeah, but it's like,
He just doesn't want to fight me in celebrity boxing.
so fuck you.
Yeah.
Until you find me celebrity boxing, I don't respect you.
Yeah.
But he goes to like underprivileged areas and like
Okay.
makes life better for the kids there or like
Okay.
people there. For
Underprivileged like what? Like
like
Detroit?
like Africa,
Oh.
like
Oh.
super underprivileged.
Okay.
Like they didn't have one of the videos I saw was pretty substantial was they didn't really have access to clean drinking water.
Uh-huh.
And they would like have to travel well in one of the villages they would have to travel miles every single day, like twice a day
For water.
to get water. Like they would all go like as a group
Uh-huh.
to go get water in jugs and that water wasn't safe
Okay.
in itself.
I know sorry. I know a lot of people actually hate Mr. Beast. I don't hate Mr. Beast.
No, yeah.
I just don't like him.
Yeah, there's a controversy around that. The fact that he
Yeah,
does that.
when you said that, it reminded me that a lot of people were like, they say that he either like exploits people
Mm,
and he just does shit for views.
yeah.
And I remember he said that he doesn't really make money. Like he makes money, but he just spends it on
Yeah,
like another video,
yeah, he puts it all back into the thing.
which I don't know how the fuck he makes a living.
Yeah, I think he covers his living first, and then he goes on that.
Okay.
He uses the rest, because I guess he has to live, and he pays,
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of expenses in general in his thing, because he has to pay for all of his friends too, because they're a part of his crew,
Okay.
and, like, quote, part of his crew.
I pay Abel from this
Yeah, he gives me,
a weekly allowance
yeah,
of $5.
yeah. I, my last $5 I used to buy, not drugs. I don't know where I was going with that.
Okay, man. I
But,
feel like you're more fucked up than I am. You did say shit. You just like that normally.
yeah,
I'm like this today. You're like this all the time, bro.
yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, I like saying stuff and hearing feedback on random shit.
Okay.
It's entertaining. But back to the
Mr.
Mr.
Beast.
Beast. He built wells all around Africa,
Uh,
and he provided hella people clean and safe access to water. That was pretty important.
okay.
He cured 100 people's like blindness.
How you cure blindness?
Like there's certain different types of blindness. Some of it is
Uh,
like glaucoma.
okay.
Like there's like kind of I forgot what the word is called, but like something builds up in your eye in
Yeah.
front of your pupil,
Okay.
and
Oh,
it's
that's
like
when they have it like white?
yeah,
Okay.
and they can't really see through that.
Yeah.
So and there's a surgery to fix that, but some people
It's
not.
expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. So he just went around doing that, like giving that away to people.
Yeah.
And he did that for deafness. I don't understand that one as much, but it's curable.
Maybe
Some are
they have
curable.
like a white buildup in their ear
You may
and they can't hear through it.
maybe
Maybe it's earwax.
yeah maybe.
Bro, actually, kind of on the top, it's really gross for some people I know.
Mm,
But I remember I was like I think in middle school,
mm,
and I had trouble hearing,
mm.
and I went to the doctor because sometimes I couldn't hear. Sometimes my ears would get
Mm.
clogged up, and they took me to like a place to get fucking like a ear cleaning.
Oh
They
yeah.
call it a lavage.
Mm.
And they just like squirt
Thick water.
like thick water.
Yeah.
It's a certain type of water.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. I
They
don't
squirt it
understand.
up in your ear, and it like kind of washes everything out of your ear,
Mm.
and it's really fucking gross, dude.
Yeah.
It's like hella like well, cause it was the first time I got it. I've had it I think twice,
Mm.
but the first time it was really fucking gross, dude. Cause
Yeah.
it's water, and they make you hold up like a little like a bucket,
Mm.
like a little like
Yeah,
a
like Tupperware.
huh?
Like for me, it was a Tupperware.
For me, it was like a little like a it looked kind of like a basket,
Mm.
like a plastic thing,
Mm.
and they made me hold it up to my ear so that everything that came out would just kind of pour into it, and it was
Yeah.
really fucking gross. I remember she showed me it, and I was like, ugh, ugh. You
Yeah.
know, because it was really fucking gross. Um, but yeah, what was the time was? Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah,
Mr.
def.
Beast.
Yeah.
But I remember I had it a second time done because I guess when I shower, like a lot of water would go into my ear,
Yeah.
and I think I have like naturally like small ear holes.
Mm.
I think one of them is way smaller than the other one too. So it's like a medical thing.
For me, the medical thing I have is that my ears produce a lot of earwax
Oh
fast.
yeah?
Yeah, I have to clean them a lot.
Oh shit.
Or else if I don't clean them a
How do
lot,
you
it
clean
builds
them?
up with a little.
Because I know that they say you're not supposed to use
Yeah.
Q-tips.
They said because they're safe if you know how to use them,
Uh-huh.
but
They say you're not supposed to like put it
push
here.
in.
If
Yeah.
you're like around like the
Yeah.
ear crevices,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to put it up in the hole.
Yeah.
Do you do it up in the hole?
Yeah. I just don't go like deep.
Like, I kind of go like this, and I kind of go like,
Yeah, like I go around like the rim inside,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but not super deep. Cause my mom says like people can fuck up their ears like
Is
that.
that an actual thing?
Yeah, you can fuck up your ear.
No, no, no. An actual thing that you have.
Well, I don't know. No one has. It's not. If it is, it's not diagnosed, so I don't really
Okay,
care.
so maybe you're just gross.
Yeah, maybe it's just earwax that builds up fast. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. So it's like a medical thing. I have one ear hole.
Mm,
I think you can see it. Like if you just look at it, it's like I know doctors check it with the
the
thingy.
light thing, yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of go like, hmm. But my mom has seen it. She's like one of your ear holes is way smaller. And I think one of my cousins has it too.
Mm.
And it's really weird because she's a twin, and the other one doesn't have it.
Oh, that is kind of
So
weird.
it's really weird. But she has it too, and my mom was like, "Oh yeah, like Ulises has it too." When she was talking to my aunt.
Mm.
So I already have like kind of fucked up ears. But sometimes when I shower, like the water goes up in it and it gets really clogged, and I try to mess with it eh, like
Mm.
with my finger,
Yeah,
and it gets kind of clogged, and then at
it
that
gets
point I kind of
worse.
have to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
And they did it, and the fucking bitch ass fucking nurse, fuck you, bitch ass fucking nurse. She went in too hard, and it hurt my
Oh
ear,
damn.
and I started bleeding up on my ear when I got
Uh,
home. Um, yeah,
fuck, that's gross.
yeah, I
Like
don't think
blood in your
it's
ear sounds
that gross.
ouch. No, I mean
It,
like as
ouch, it's not
yeah.
fucking gross.
I just don't like blood.
Oh yeah, you're weird, bro.
I don't like blood.
You don't like blood and like broken bones and shit.
Yeah, I don't like looking at this stuff. It's gross to me.
You're kind of like a woman. Like I would expect that shit from like my sister. Like okay, I'm not gonna show my sister a broken bone.
Yeah, I don't like looking at that
Or like
shit.
my girlfriend. I don't know how she is about this stuff actually.
Mm.
But I'm not gonna be like, hey, look at this broken bone. But sometimes I've told you like I was watching a fight and this guy broke his leg and you're like, I don't want to see it, bro. I don't want to see
Yeah,
it.
like if I have to see it, I could deal with it.
What does
But
have to see it mean?
like if it's like an emergency, like I can deal with an emergency.
Okay.
But if it's like if I want to see it, I would avoid it if I could.
Uh-huh.
Like
Okay.
I could act on medical. I could act when I'm in panic,
Yeah.
but I don't want to look at it stuff if I have choice. I don't know. It kind of
I
like
actually have
sucks.
to act in emergencies now because I'm CPR
Oh
certified.
yeah.
I just passed my CPR and first aid class in college.
So if you need CPR, you know where to find them.
I'm not gonna help you.
Why?
Well, I talked about this when my
Oh
teacher said
yeah,
that
yeah.
if someone needs help and like you don't really have to, just don't.
Mm,
Just because of the risks involved.
that's true. If you need CPR and you have a lot of money.
If you have CPR and you're kind of bad,
Oh no.
I'm not gonna help you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
yeah, yeah. That means he's specifically not gonna help you.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, but yeah, I'm CPR first aid certified. So I mean, if you needed help, I'd help you.
Yeah,
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 yeah. It was really funny. The class was kind of fun.
yeah. I remember enjoying that part of medical,
Yeah.
learning CPR and shit.
Well, I talked about the baby thing where I called him my stepson.
Oh yeah.
Um, and
Medical
just
class has always been like kind of interesting because it's mostly like girls in there.
It was a lot of girls up in there.
Yeah, I think it was like me and like two other guys in my class, and that's it. And one of the guys was gay.
Oh,
So it was like,
and it was you.
the, okay, two of the guys. No, I was kidding.
Oh man, sorry.
Yeah, but it was like,
I don't know if I'm
well, I don't really, I don't think people really care.
no one's watching this.
Yeah,
It's 4 hours fucking long.
god damn.
Well, it's not that long because
Yeah.
I took bathroom breaks,
Oh yeah, but
and
because of that,
it might be like 3 hours and a half. But
yeah, but because of I was only guy. A lot of people like they would choose me as their partners to do like the little experiments on shit.
what does that mean? What
Like,
fucking experience did you have?
like no, like checking pulse, like
Oh,
doing like all the like the whole like routine
mm.
that nurses do, like oh check your weight and shit.
What do you mean? Why would they want to choose you?
Not really want to choose me, but I would get picked more often than others because just being different, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's just like some psychological shit.
I don't know. I remember I had sports medicine and we had to like wrap partners and stuff like that.
Mm.
And there's a part where we had to wrap like our partner's feet, like their ankles.
Uh,
And I was like, "Dude, that's gross, man." Oh
totally, bro.
my.
I said,
Bro, I did not say that shit, bro. But I remember there was that, and then I remember I didn't want mine wrapped, 'cause like, oh, I don't want her
mm,
to touch my feet.
yeah, it makes sense.
Um, and there was another thing too. Oh, this is really weird. This is really bad. I'm gonna say it though. I don't give a fuck. Because it was accidental. It wasn't on
Yeah,
purpose. I remember we had to do what the fuck is it called? A splint or a tourniquet?
but
You have to like
keep it firm.
attach something to their arm
That's split.
to keep it splint.
Yeah.
What's a tourniquet?
You put some tie something, and then you put like a hard rod, and then you like twist it to tighten it.
Okay, yeah, that's not what it was.
Yeah,
It was a splint then.
yeah,
You gotta do splints to their arms. And I was working with some girl, and I remember she was like freaking applying to me, and I had my hand out like this,
yeah,
because she was applying the tourniquet, and I kept like poking her titty, bro. But I wasn't moving.
yeah,
I was like this. So say like you're doing it to me, right?
yeah.
So she was like pretend to do it to me,
Yeah.
and she was like moving. So like she would kind of like lean up into me, and it would go like,
That's just same shit happened to me.
and I was like,
Yeah, same shit would happen to me. The girl would like I forgot what it was. I think it was like checking blood pressure, but with
yeah.
like with the hearing thing,
Oh, okay.
and she would keep pulling my hand into it, and I'll just be like that, just kept putting like not really like that obviously, because I was like
Yeah.
trying to be like chill about it. I was like,
Just like
yeah, like a little,
yeah, like casually, like
yeah,
subtly.
yeah. There was just a lot of funny moments.
Yeah, I remember I kept doing, and it happened like probably 2 3 times. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah, it happened like multiple times, and it felt weird. It was like pulling in, and I was like,
yeah,
try not to be too obvious about it. Just like,
yeah. I remember like I was scared of getting like accused of something.
yeah. Especially because like that was like around the time when you hear a lot of shit online,
Yeah,
and you'd
yeah.
be like, I don't want to be in that position at all.
Watch, she's gonna come out now and like accuse me because I have
No, the Council of Genius
50 something subscribers.
56. I checked.
56. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna ruin his career. Fucking, she was cool though. Like,
Yeah,
I remember we were in the class together. She was cool.
yeah,
Um, but I just remember feeling really weird.
yeah.
So like, like, oh shit, like, and then it happened again. Like she kept like, like kind of leaning into, and
Mm,
she would go like, and I was like, you know,
yeah.
yeah.
So interesting stuff.
Class was cool though. Sports medicine. We might be done.
Yeah, I think we could wrap it up now.
This is a natural ending point. Um, so I guess now that's it. 'Cause I think we
About two
said that
hours
shit
ago.
like a not like that, like 2 hours ago. We fucking said we were done. This is but yeah, let us know if you're here. Um,
Nines.
nines. I think my girl will be here.
Nice, thank you.
I didn't mean to touch her titty.
Yeah, I. He told me that before.
Yeah. Um,
Also, she wasn't even bad, so it's okay.
she was. No, no, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. She wasn't. No, no,
I'm trying to save you, bro.
no. She wasn't. No. Um, I was gonna say she was kind of ugly. That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah. She was like almost. She almost looked like me, bro.
Just called herself ugly
No,
too.
like a guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you're gonna think. Let us know if you're thinking currently.
yeah. Are you
I'm.
dead?
I don't think I'm thinking currently.
Mm, Scooby, is there a thought between your eyes?
Scooby's thinking all sorts of fucking heinous stuff.
I was thinking about war crimes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Uh, Yeah, like the video, subscribe. If you're here, I love you. And I'll see you guys next week. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. This is the thing. This is supposed to be the. I'll say Thanksgiving. This is the Christmas special.
We should have in the beginning and now at the end only.
Well, we talked about Christmas for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I
that's
talked
like
about hanging
yeah,
out with my parents and stuff like that. My tias and stuff like that.
little topic. Maybe next time it could be like New Year's resolutions and shit.
Oh yeah, news. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Um,
Keep on thinking on.
keep on thinking.
Okay.
I hope that's fucking audible. Sometimes it's not. Because I think when I sneezed, it wasn't
Uh,
audible. So I just kind of went like,
or
um,
dabbed.
yeah. I remember when back in like middle school when people would sneeze and they go like,
Yeah,
dude,
that shit was crazy,
that
bro.
shit was fucking gross,
Not even
man.
my goofy ass would do that shit, bro.
Yeah, even like I remember at the time thinking that shit was dumb,
Yeah, and
especially when they would do
yeah, the little fucking
like they like wind that shit up and
yeah,
like this. I always thought the shit like that was dumb. Like what the fuck is that thing that was like hit the wall and they go like.
yeah.
I always thought that shit was so stupid. Um, but yeah, I'll see you guys next week. I love you. Bye.